Under a mostly clear sky with a game time temperature of 90 degrees, we welcome you live to Oklahoma City at Putnam City North Football Stadium tonight for the final installment for the Putnam City Pirates of the Expressway Series. Tonight, it's number 5, Putnam City 1-1 against number 9, Putnam City North. The Panthers are 0-1. Hello again, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to PCTV tonight from Putnam City North Stadium. I'm Todd Miller, joined by the coach, Steve Ferguson. Tonight, Steve, Putnam City will try to get a second victory in their first on the road after stumbling and stubbing their toe in week number 0 against UConn.
Yeah, I think that first game they just had a bunch of turnovers, and they probably should have won that game. I think if they played UConn now, they could probably beat them, but I think they're rolling right now, and I look for a pretty good football game tonight.
Well, breaking news tonight. It's not good news for our friends at Putnam City North. Their outstanding quarterback, Mason Jones, the 6', 185-pound senior, has broken a bone in his throwing hand. He cannot throw the deep ball. He can throw the short ball, but he is going to be scratched tonight, and that means that former Pirate Josh Lombard, a 5'11", 190-pound senior that played in the defensive secondary for PCO last year, will be the starting quarterback tonight here for Putnam City North. And Steve, you can only really imagine what must be going through Lombard's mind as he gets set to line up as the starting signal caller against his former team.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting that. Now here he goes. He's ready to play, and tonight he's going to see a pretty big defensive team from Putnam City who's got a lot of speed. During this year so far, they really run to the ball real well.
Last week, Putnam City North opened with a road loss at Shawnee, 32-19. Shawnee is ranked in the top 10 of Class 5A. Meanwhile, as we told you, Putnam City bounced back from a 48-35 loss in Week 0 to obliterate Putnam City West by a count of 75-0. A game in which they really didn't have to throw the ball much, just 80 passing yards and 372 yards total. As you can see on your screen, the captains are gathered at midfield. We're moments away for the coin toss, and we'll be kicking this thing off here momentarily. A win tonight for Putnam City would give them their 4th PC championship in the last 5 years. Willis Alexander is in his 3rd season in Putnam City with a record of 13-13. He is the 24th head coach in program history dating back to 1996. Tonight will be game number 719 dating back to 1944 for the Putnam City Pirates. That's our abbreviated pregame look. We are back to kick it off, the final of 2 Expressway showdowns for the Putnam City Pirates tonight as they will take on PC North here on PC TV. Todd Miller, Steve Ferguson, the PCTV crew with you tonight high atop Putnam City North Stadium as we get ready for the opening kickoff. PC North has won the toss. They will get the football. Putnam City Original will kick, and they will defend the goal off to our right, the east end here of PC North Stadium. Putnam City will wear a very attractive road uniform as they wear white, black, and orange tops over orange bottoms and the black caps. Putnam City North in the all-crimson uniforms with the gold numerals later and trim. And again, Mason Jones will not start tonight. We're not expected to see him play. Josh Lombard, who last year in this game was lighting up for the Pirates in the secondary, will be the starting quarterback. He has completed 2 passes for 13 yards, one of which went for 0 yards, the other which was a long of 13. So we will see Willis Alexander, that vaunted Putnam City defense, out of the field first. Again, because of mistakes, they were really putting a hole in opening night on week 0 in losing to UConn on the road. Last week they were dominant with a season-high 4 sacks in the 75-0 whitewashing of Putnam City West. In fact, from 1982 to 2001, North dominated this series, going 18-2. Since then, Putnam City Original has won 16 of the last 23 games, including 3 straight. Overall, Putnam City against their district rivals, North and West, are 50-48, and that is a total that includes last week's victory over the Patriots. So here we go as we get ready for the opening kickoff. The kicker will be Edgar Yanez, a 5'7", 135-pound junior. On 16 kickoffs this year, he has averaged almost 45 yards per kick. Lombard will be one of the 2 deep return men for Putnam City North. Also deep is Bravion Stubbs. He is one of the better athletes on this North team. So Yanez will spot the ball at the 40-yard line on a beautiful Friday night here in Central Oklahoma. We're ready for football, and we're glad to have you along on PC TV. Yanez gets the sign, and we are off and running here from PC North Stadium. End over end kick that's going to settle into Stubbs' arms at the 15. And there is a flag down, I believe, maybe somebody offsides for the Pirates, so they'll re-kick it. And that will make field position likely 10 to 15 yards better for the Panthers. So it was a false start against the Pirates, an inauspicious start, if you will, for PCO and Willis Alexander's ball club. Willis has played or coached in 26 games at Putnam City Original. His record is 13 wins and 13 losses. We told you that the history of this program dates back to 1926, and he is the 24th head coach in program history. So Yanez now will spot the ball at the 35 as opposed to the 40. And the up man to the near side is Stubbs, who handled that end-over-end kick to start the proceedings. Now will move up 5 yards to the 20. Across the wing of the far side hash is Josh Lombard. Here is the 7-step approach, and here we go again, underway from Putnam City North. This time it's going to be Lombard for the 19. Straight ahead of the 20, returns right, 30, 35. Lombard to the 40, 45 down the boundary, and he's finally taken down by 2 Pirates out of bounds. The first to get down there was Landell Bradstreet, also along with number 27, Sean Brown.
That's about 3 more first downs than they were going to give originally, so that's getting them closer. That's a heck of a return by Lombard.
Boy, you see that all the time, Steve. Those 5-yard penalties in the kicking game result in sometimes 15, 20, 25 yards in field position. 11:53 to go here with the first period. There is no score, as Lombard, who nearly took it the entire distance on the opening kickoff, opens as the quarterback. They have a tight end left. Single set back in the backfield is Terry Wilson Jr., the 5'8", 150-pound senior. They fake the handoff. Lombard to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. 45, and down he goes at the 43-yard line of Putnam City. Evan Matoyer, the 5'10", 210-pound junior, was there on the stop, but not before a carry of nearly 8.
Yeah, it was a good run right there. He stepped back there, and it might have been a run all the way. And that linebacker, 43, he's made a lot of tackles so far this year.
That was a quarterback design run for Josh Lombard, who, again, last year was playing in the secondary for Putnam City's Pirates. He officially gets 8 to the 43-yard line of the Pirates. 2nd down and 2 with 9:34 to play here in the opening quarter. This time, again, they fake the handoff. They'll throw it out left. Stubbs with the catch behind the line of scrimmage, gets blockers, gets outside the numbers, has a first down to the Putnam City 35-yard line. So a little swing pass results in 8, and in 2 plays, that's 12 yards upfield and a first down for North.
Yeah, that was a nice little design play right there, and Putnam City wasn't lined up right, and they over there on that swing pass.
Officially at the 34-yard line, the Panthers have moved in 2 plays from the 49 to the plus 34. with 10:45 in county to play here in the first quarter. We're glad to have you along for Putnam City North tonight for Pirate football. Motion man is stubbed from right to left of the formation. Back to throw Lombard. Pocket holds. Josh now pulls up. Now he's going to take off and get what he can, and he's banged hard out of bounds across the way at the 31-yard line. Good downfield coverage that time. And again, Evan Matoyer was one of those to deliver a blow that ushered him out of bounds after a 3-yard scramble.
Yeah, Matoyer, he covers a lot of ground, and I think he might be spying on that quarterback because I think he has a little quarterback draw right there.
Evan, one of the linebackers, comes in through 2 games after a week 0 start as one of the top 5 tacklers of this Pirate ball club. Shortest gain from scrimmage here this opening drive for North. They net just 3 to the 31-yard line. 10:25 to go with the opening quarter. There's still no score. Direct snap. Lombard throws it out left. Ball was high, but it is caught. That's Marshall Bennett across the way, and he immediately is hit out of bounds. And they say drop the ball, so it's going to be an incompleted pass, 3rd down and 7.
They put a little pressure on him. That safety blitz right then, he come in pretty fast. I think he threw it a little quicker than he wanted to
He
throw
did. It
it.
was a little high to Marshall Bennett, who initially looked like he had the catch and then was hit and dropped the ball. So it's 3rd down and 7. First 3rd down try of the night for Putnam City North. We're almost 2 minutes into this opening quarter. They move for their own 49 down to the Pirate 31. Wilson is offset to the right. They hand it to Terry. First carry of the night, and he bangs his way inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He was hit hard by a couple of Pirates, and it was Deshaun Buford, the 6'2", 220-pound senior that was last up off the pile. It's going to bring up 4th down and a medium distance now and decision time for the North coaching staff.
Yeah, they're going to go for it, I'm sure. They're in good territory right there, and everybody else is going for it now. So
4th down and 5 at the 29. Now, belatedly, Keelan Johnson is running off the field, and a flag is thrown. Putnam City North is clapping, and there may have been 12 men out of the field for the Pirates. It is offsides, and that is essentially going to give Putnam City North the 1st down. The ball comes to a rest now at the 24-yard line. They needed 5 yards, and that's exactly what they got on the penalty. So 1st down and 10, and a bad mistake defensively, resulting in the second penalty of the quarter for the Pirates.
This is a really nice drive. Started out with a good kickoff return, and now they've driven it down 30 yards. And we'll see if Putnam City's defense can stand up and get them.
Bennett is slot left, 3 receivers to the near side. Wilson had carried on 3rd down, is the single setback. Back to throw Lombard, floats one up over the middle, and the ball is caught in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. What a throw and what a catch by Bravion Stubbs, who came in with 1 touchdown among his 8 receptions, and that was about as perfectly thrown of a football as you're going to find. It goes for 6 from 24 yards, and a very impressive start indeed for the Panthers.
Yeah, and that was a great defensive coverage, too. He put it right where it had to be, and it was a good little pass route, and Stubbs catches his 2nd touchdown of the year.
9:52 to go with the first quarter. And they will trot on now for the point after try. Reese Moran, a senior place kicker, out of the hold of Lombard. Low snap, it rolls back to Lombard. He has to pick it up. He's under pressure. He loses the football, and now Moran dives on it to end the possession. And blowing up that play was Jonas Simpson Powers after a terrible snap coming back from the long snapper Isaiah Southern. So there's a timeout on the field with 9:52 to go in the first quarter. North leads original 6-0 here on PCTV.
Thanks for doing that. I hope I'm doing all right. Thanks. Now, you mean to keep turnballs, yards, slow?
Yeah, would you?
Yeah, I got it right.
Six 0 Putnam City North on the strength of a 6-play, 51-yard drive that was aided by an offsides penalty when the Panthers were set to go for it on 4th and 5. Duration of the drive, 2 minutes and 1 second. Now we will see Reese Moran kick off the football, a 5'9", 165-pound senior. The Pirates have 3 players deep to receive the kick. Let's see if they can answer the early Panther strike. Moran looks right, looks left, points, now sends toe to leather, and it's a line drive kick, and that's going to be returned from inside the 5-yard line. Inside the numbers 10, 15, 20, 25, leaps over a defender, and down he goes. That's Jonas Stinson Powers. And a good return, decent starting field position for one of the best quarterbacks in 6A2 football, Millwood transfer C.J. Turnbull.
Let's just see what they got now. Putnam City North answered, and they took it down the field, and we'll see if Putnam City can. They've got some really good skill players and a big offensive line.
That offensive line averages 298 pounds, Steve, tackle to tackle.
Yeah, they're big. That Putnam West never had a chance last week. We didn't know if they had any skill players or not because they dominated the line.
First down and 10. Pirates about to snap it offensively for the first time. We're not quite 2.5 minutes deep into the ball game. They come out with 3 backs in the backfield. Turnbull will option right. He runs right into Josh Lombard, and Lombard drives him backwards for a loss of 4 to the 29-yard line. They went with a heavy package, Steve, on the right side, 3 blockers, and tried to run behind those blockers, and Turnbull unfortunately ran right into the unblocked Josh Lombard.
Yeah, that wasn't very good play right there, and they defensed it well. Lombard was there, and minus 4 yards for Turnbull.
Loss of 4 to the 29 brings up second down and 14 as we're approaching 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. North leading Original tonight in the Battle of Putnam City, 6-0. Single setback in the backfield is Roderick Sloan, the 175-pound senior. They fake the handoff. Turnbull rolls right, dumps it off for Sloan. Sloan, with extra step, able to get a first down across the 40. Somehow stayed in bounds, and he's out of bounds near midfield. What a good run after the catch by Roderick Sloan. That's his 4th reception of the year, along of 23, out a touchdown. Now they're saying he stepped out of bounds, back downfield. And is there a flag on the play? Haven't seen it. Putnam City's already starting to retreat. And there is no flag on the play. Looks like they're going to put the ball down. May have been a penalty at the end of that against Putnam City North. Didn't see the white or the yellow flag. It is a late hit against the Panthers. And so now the 15-yard penalty is going to put the ball down at the Panther 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's his favorite receiver, that's Sloan, and that was a nice pass play and good run after the catch.
8:56 to play here in the first quarter, 6-0 our score. We're glad to have you along for the Pirates and the Panthers tonight in the final edition of the Expressway series between the Panthers and the Pirates here on PCTV. From the 35-yard line of the far side hash, they go with 3 receivers to the short side of the field. No tight ends. Now Turnbull's going to try to keep it and run. Got out of a jersey tackle, running right, tiptoes across the 30 and down to the 29.5-yard line, a gain of almost 6. And about 3 Panthers at the point of attack had a chance to get him down. They could not. It's going to be a run of 5, second and long coming up.
Nice little run there. They needed that. They stopped him the first time.
He's really good. Has carried 19 times, 4 touchdowns at 133 yards. On 2nd and 5, they run short right with Turnbull, and he runs right into Isaiah Southern, the Willside linebacker, and he may have been hit out of bounds late again. Here comes a flag. All that taking place at the Pirates sideline across the way. And if so, that's going to be the 2nd penalty for a late hit called against Putnam City North here in the opening period and on this drive.
That was just a quarterback run all the way, quarterback sweep, had blockers in front and jumped up in there and got the first down, and then there's a late hit.
Emotions run hot in this rivalry. It is against the Panthers. It is a dead ball personal foul, so tack 15 yards on. And how about this answer, Steve, from C.J. Turnbull and the Pirate offense?
Yeah, that was they marched it right down the field. About a 2-minute drive, and they're answering the call.
Play didn't actually net much, but 15 yards makes it a 12-yard or a ball down to the 18-yard line. So the Pirates are in the red zone for the first time tonight. 8:25 to go here in the first quarter. They split the backs to each side of the quarterback, C.J. Turnbull. Turnbull with an inside handoff. That's slow. No, Turnbull keeps it. He's inside the 5. C.J. stumbling towards the goal line is tackled to the 1-yard line. So to be first and goal to go. And the Panthers.
They give him a touchdown.
Now a late signal, and he is in for the touchdown.
Now they're the kicking team was coming out, and one referee on the far side over there signaled touchdown.
Turnbull's on the far side, so
I think he went down at the 1 yard line.
He's coming up. CJ's coming out of the ball game. It is a touchdown, as we see Yanez on for the extra point that would get Putnam City the lead. So an 18-yard run by C.J. Turnbull, his 5th run for a touchdown this year. High snap, ball is down. Yanez's kick is on the way, and it is good. So timeout, 8:19 to go here for the first quarter. The Pirates 7, the Panthers 6. Buckle up. It's going to be a fun one tonight here on PCTV. Here to Putnam City North Stadium, Todd Miller, Steve Ferguson, the coach with you. 7-6, 8:19 to go here in the first quarter. So we've played almost 3:45 at each team with a touchdown. The difference, a Yanez extra point after Original's first touchdown of the night. Here is Edgar's kick from right to left. It's a short end-over-end kick, and it's going to be fumbled inside the 20. Picked up there, running left up to the 21. His knee looked like it went down to the 22-yard line. And that's where the run is going to end. I believe that's Jalen Lewis wearing number 24. And I say that because we were not given a number for Jalen Lewis. He transferred into the district this week. So we would assume that was Jalen Lewis on the kickoff return as he gets short yardage. And Putnam City North will start at the 22.
Yeah, so far it's been the start of the game has been 2 quarterbacks, Lombard and Turnbull, and they both have taken control of the game. Let's see what happens on the second series. Let's see if
you're joining, of course, Putnam City North playing without their outstanding quarterback in Mason Jones. He has broken a bone in his throwing hand, and his timetable to return is unknown. From the 22-yard line, Josh Lombard, who led an impressive 6-play, 51-yard scoring drive for North, gets set to look over a 4-man defensive front. Does a little shoulder hitch, throws it out left, ball up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Intended that time again for Marshall Bennett, and in coverage was Bishop Moore, the senior safety.
That's good recovery right there. Good defensive back. He stayed with his man. And good pass, but he broke it up.
8:08 to play in what has been a long and very active first quarter. 7-6, Putnam City leading Putnam City North, trying for their 4th PC championship in the last 5 years, and what would be a program best 4 consecutive wins over the Panthers. Second down and 10. One back set, the pressure off the edge. They hand it off to Wilson. He spins away from the defender, gets out of a jersey tackle at the 25, still going up to the 30. A flag is down, and finally Terry Wilson Jr. is down after what right now is a 9-yard gain to the 31, but let's see if it stands. The Pirates are acting like they threw it in the middle of the pile like it might be a hold against Putnam City North. Personal foul, face mask. That's 15 more yards. So the ball will come to a rest at the 46-yard line after a very nice run by Terry Wilson Jr., who carried last week 8 times for 3 yards, and 7 of that came on one play.
Well, we've had penalties been a factor in that first drive for Putnam North. Now we're starting off again with Putnam City. Another penalty. Maybe that's what happened to him at UConn, I think. Yeah,
it's the 3rd penalty against the Pirates. 2 of those have come on the defensive end. 1 of those came on the scoring drive for the Panthers on the opening possession of the night. 7:52 to play here in the first quarter. Clock rolling. 7-6, Putnam City on top of North. From the 46-yard line, Lombard gets a snap. Now on a stretch play, hands it off left, Terry Wilson Jr., and Wilson Jr. gets to the left corner and is going to be knocked down after a 3-yard gain at the 49. And let's pump everything. I think Mason Jones is out there. Does that look like number 2? I think it is out there at quarterback now for North.
Wow. The report was he wasn't going to play.
6 foot, 185-pound senior. Last week at Shawnee, 19-32 for 269 and 3 scores. He also threw a couple of interceptions. Wilson gains 3 to the 49. It's second down and 7. Jones out of the gun. Wilson to his right. High snap. Give to Terry again. Runs up the back of a blocker. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He ran into a really good defensive play that time. I think lead of the way was Matoyer again. Stephen Matthews came up there among the 3 Pirates. They're going to tackle him for no gain on forward progress. It's third down and 7.
I know about this Matoyer. He's one of the wrestlers, so I've watched him last year. I knew he was a good linebacker, and he scraped out there and got right there to the play.
North is 0 for 1 on third down tries tonight. Lombard is out there as the quarterback. They're at their own 49-yard line. We have now played exactly 5 minutes of the first quarter. 7-6 our score. Twins both left and right. The wide side of the field is the near side. They blitz off the edge. They're going to throw it deep left, and a good job of covering that time in the secondary. That was Jonas Stinson Powers, the junior, who was step for step with the intended target, and that's going to bring up fourth down and likely a punt situation for Putnam City North.
The play calling wasn't like it was the first series. That was the time took them out of the game. They ran it, and they threw some sweeps and some swings, and Lombard ran it, but this time Putnam City toughened up and held them.
Mitchell Taylor is going to be back for Putnam City at the 19-yard line to await the kick from Reese Moran, who does both the place kicking and the punting chores for Putnam City North. Pirates lead with just under 7 to go in the first quarter, 7-6. Not much pressure. Line drive kick, and Taylor's going to return for the 21 of the 25. Cuts right. Has room down the boundary. 35-40 out of a tackle to the 45, and he stood up and danced out of bounds at the 49.5-yard line. He almost took that the distance, Coach. What an electrifying run after contact by Mitchell Taylor.
Yeah, all that is he got about 3 more first downs out of the way, got him closer to the end zone, and they appreciate that kicking game. Football is 1/3 offense, 1/3 defense, and 1/3 kicking game, and you better cover it all.
Putnam City will start this drive just shy of midfield. North on their scoring drive started their own 49-yard line. Took them 6 plays to traverse the 51 yards. Let's see what happens here. Pistol formation, and now it's Turnbull who's going to option right, and he will keep it. A flag comes in behind the play as it ends at the 49 of the Panthers, but that's likely a hold or a block, and looks like the Pirates already are starting to retreat. It'll be their first penalty of the contest on offense, and already their 4th here in less than 6 minutes of play.
Well, I think it might have been defense. I don't know.
Willis Alexander, who has coached at John Marshall, at Douglas, also at Mount St. Mary, Putnam City West for a year, and now Putnam City in his 3rd season out, and he hears the call from the Whitecap, and it is a block in the back called against the Pirates. So the ball will come to a rest at the 38-yard line, and they essentially lose about 14 yards in field position on a 10-yard penalty because the run ended somewhere around the 48-yard line of North. So they'll get the down over. It's first down. Line of scrimmage is back at the 39. It's 1st and 20. They shift in a 3-by-1 formation. Single receiver to the near side. It's Mitchell Taylor. Pistol look, turn ball, a quick drop. Throws slant over the middle for Taylor. Slipped, keeps his footing, running left, 50, 45, and Mitchell Taylor run down and shoved out of bounds from behind on perhaps a touchdown-saving play by Stubbs, but he gets the 20 he needed, a first down to the Panther 41. "28 yards on Mitchell Taylor's reception. By 10 yards, his longest reception of the season. For him, that's his 3rd catch of the year. And he is a senior, 5'11", 175. This is a Putnam City team with a ton of athletes, and if they get in open space, they can cause a lot of problems. One back set. That's Kamari Herrera, and he gets the call, running right. Herrera almost slipped. He stays on his feet at the 39 and picks up 4 more to the 35-yard line for a gain of 6.
They've got it going now. That's kind of like they did last week against Putnam West, but Putnam North's a lot better up front, but that line's knocking them out of the way and penetrating.
Line of scrimmage at the 35, so he picks up 7. It's 2nd down and 3, and now we are under the halfway point. 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Putnam City driving, leading 7-6. Herrera, who carried a moment ago, is lined up in the pistol with a flag thrown from across the way. Looks like that Putnam City North may have been lined up in the neutral zone, and that is going to give Putnam City a first down. Line of scrimmage will be at the 30-yard line, first down and 10. First down of the night for the Pirates via penalty from North. 5:56 to play here in the first quarter, 7-6 our score. Herrera a yard back behind Turnbull. CJ drops, throws over the middle. It's on line, it's caught, and that's a touchdown. Savion James, he hit him in stride at the 5-yard line, and James just walked in. And how about that dart from CJ Turnbull?
Nice touchdown pass right there. Good route by who's that? They caught
James.
James, yeah, he caught one last week. He's another one of the receivers. I gotta get him down. That was a nice pass route.
Boy, that was a dart. You won't find a quarterback in high school throw a ball better than Turnbull just did. That's his 6th touchdown and the 3rd time he is hooked up with Savion James. This to make it an 8-point lead for Putnam City as Yanez is on for the extra point at the west end of PC North Stadium. Good crowd, as you would expect, for this district showdown in district, although both teams are in separate districts in the state of Oklahoma.
Well, Turnbull's thrown 3 passes for 84 yards. Touchdown.
Yanez, low snap, ball is down. Edgar's kick is on the way, and it is good. So timeout with 5:55 to go in the first quarter. 14-6, Putnam City over North here on PC TV. Todd Miller, Steve Ferguson, our PC TV crew with you as the sun sets off toward the west end here of PC North Stadium after the Panthers took the opening possession. 6 plays, 51 yards. It's been all Pirates, a pair of 5-play drives totaling 118 yards, and the Pirates lead the Panthers 14-6. Yanez set to kick it away again as he will do so from right to left. His 7-yard approach, and he swings his leg. This is his best effort of the night. It's an end-over-end kick. It'll settle the Stubbs just inside the 15 to the 20, up across the 25. Hit, stays on his feet, and gets almost 5 yards more after initial contact. And slapping the turf is Stinson Powers. He was the guy that he ran away from after initial contact, and then Cadence Cochran was the one that finally ended that run by Stubbs.
Well, it just shows you on offense, Putnam City, that Turnbull is everything he's meant to be. He can throw the football.
5:48 to play here in the first quarter. First down and 10 for Putnam City North. I think I may have said Jones was out there. I don't think he was. It's
I don't
hard
think
to tell
so
between
either.
2
That's
and 3.
hard. Yes, I don't think he was either.
Yeah,
I think.
Lombard has gone all the way at quarterback.
Lombard's.
First and 10 of the 29-yard line. Josh, in a pistol formation, now moves the back to his right. They fake the handoff. Lombard's going to take it. He's tripped up and stumbles for about a half yard to the 30-yard line. And Deshaun Buford, a linebacker, was able to get his right hand on the right foot of Lombard and save that from being a bigger run.
That was a good call right there because the defense all came in that way, and they even had a blitz on. It was open, but they trapped his foot right there, and he fell down.
Clock rolling with 5:18 to play here in the first quarter from PC North. Second of 3 road games to start the year. Next week is an off week for the Pirates, and then in 2 weeks we're in Oklahoma City for Northwest Classen to start the district slate. Second and 9 from the 30-yard line. Lombard moves Wilson from his left to his right. Tight end left, 3 receivers that way. Lombard, a quick drop, throws it out near side. It's caught, 36, circles back to the 35. Catch was made, I believe, by number 14, and I think that is Jalen Lewis. It is, and it goes for very little gain, only 5. It's going to bring up third down, though, and 4.
There's a good defense out there. They covered him. They had 2 or 3 out there. The cornerback got there, and they stopped him and puts him in a third down.
Gavin Davis checks in. He's a 5'11", 175-pound junior on 3rd down and 4. North is 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start the ballgame. They trail 14-6 with trip fours and a running clock to go here in the first quarter. Empty backfield. Lombard is going to keep it on a quarterback run. He has nowhere to go. He is stonewalled as he ran right into Keelan Johnson, the 295-pound defensive lineman who gave no ground. It goes for nothing. It's 4th down and 4.
And I watched the defensive line then. I just concentrated on them, and they had so much penetration going into that backfield. He had nowhere to go.
There's no doubt, Coach, that Putnam City is winning this battle in the trenches. So they're winning on the board as well, 14-6. That's usually the case. You win the line of scrimmage, you win the ball game.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Reese Moran on the punt. Mitchell Taylor will be back to receive the kick at the 33-yard line. Not much wind. It was about 8-10 at kickoff. Moran, an end-over-end kick. It hits at the 40. It's a short kick. Takes a PCO bounce, and it's going to be down at the 44-yard line. So only a 21-yard effort from Reese Moran, the senior, and already leading 14-6. Original about to get very good starting field position. Bring a sack of clothes or a box of shoes and place them in the large bin inside the main gate of PCO Stadium. When you do so, you'll be given a free raffle ticket, which you will fill out with name and phone number. Every person donating, no limit on number of games, gets a ticket. At the final home game of the year at halftime, 2 names will be drawn, and the winners will each get $250 from Professional Recyclers Incorporated. 1st down and 10 with 3:53 to go here in the first quarter. Line of scrimmage at the 44-yard line to their own end of the field for the Pirates.
Turnbull's already got 84 yards passing and 18 rushing, and right now we'll just see if they continue running or throwing the football.
Pistol formation, deep give, straight ahead, and a little bit of running room as he squirts for 5 down to the 49-yard line. Roderick Sloan, who has a catch, resulting in a 1st down here in the first quarter on the carry.
That's another one of the good running backs. Sloan and Herrera, they're both good running backs. They kind of alternate in that backfield.
3:19 and rolling to go here in the first quarter. 14-6 our score. Glad to have you along for the Pirates and the Panthers on PCTV. 2nd and 5, Putnam City moving from right to left for their own 49. Turnbull turns at a deep give. Sloan running right, 1st down inside the 45. Struggles to the 43-yard line. So give him 8 yards on what was 2nd and short. And right now, this offensive line of Timberlake, Rhodes, Chase, Hinkle, and McGlory are just owning the defensive 3 of Putnam City North.
Yeah, it's kind of fun watching that offensive line up, and they're getting a good penetration, knocking them back, and those running backs are jumping up in there and running.
2:57 and rolling to go here with the first quarter. 14-6. Putnam City again in north end of the field. At the 43-yard line, a flag is down, and Turnbull gets the snap. They're going to blow it dead, and there may have been some movement up front. And that is offsides against the Panthers, so a free play upcoming on 1st and 5 now with the ball resting at the north 38-yard line for Turnbull and company.
They don't give them a penalty right now the way they're knocking them off that ball. They don't need 1st and 5.
2:50 to play here with the opening quarter. Todd Miller, Steve Ferguson with you from Putnam City North tonight. Pistol formation, Sloan behind Turnbull, and as he gets the snap, another flag is down.
Over here on this side, it must have been Putnam North lining up.
Well, somebody moved up front for
offense,
the Pirates, so that gives the 5 yards back and puts the ball back at the original line of scrimmage at the 43-yard line. So it's 1st down and 10 for Putnam City's Pirates, leading 14-6. If you're just joining, North took the opening drive, 6 plays, 51 yards, and led 6-0 at elapsed time, just 2:01 in duration. 4 receivers, three split short right. They run that way off the high snap from Turnbull as he gets to the edge and is able to pick up 7 down to the 36-yard line. And, Steve, that was just basically 3 receivers downfield clearing the way to the short side of the field, that offensive line sealing the blocks.
Yeah, that was just a designated run, and he just took the snap and jumped up and took off running, blocked well.
2nd down, they'll say 6 at the 37-yard line, so a gain of 6. 2nd and 4, should I say. 2:05 to play here in the first quarter. 14-6 our score. Sloan remains out there as the single setback. Turnbull, the transfer from Millwood, threw over 1,500 yards last year and over 20 total touchdowns rushing and passing. Throws a little screen pass in the backfield. Sloan with blockers. 30. Sloan to the 25. And he almost broke it. Run down from behind at the 21-yard line. If Gavin Davis, the Rover, is unable to get him from the backside, that play results in 6 more and goes for 37. Instead, it goes for 17. And once more, the Pirates are in the red zone. It's Putnam City's third offensive series. Third time they've been to the Panthers' red zone. Minute and a half to play. First quarter dominated by PC on the road tonight, leading 14-6. Sloan, the single setback. Trips to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Turnbull, a slant. Throws over. No, it's caught. He's wide open for the touchdown. Sean Jones, the third on a slant. And Turnbull threw a bullet. And goodness gracious, Jones walked in with his second touchdown catch of the year. There is a flag down, though, at the end of the play.
How far was that pass?
20 yards.
Man. Wow. He hadn't thrown an incompletion yet.
Second reception for a score this year among his 5 for Sean Jones III, the 5'8", 140-pound junior. Turnbull, who was named to the Vipe magazine's top 100 football players and was named as an athlete on their Class 6A2 All-Star team, is showing why here in the first half. He has thrown for 2 and run for 1. And as the coach just told you, he's yet to misfire on a pass. 1:23 to play here in the first quarter, and Yanez is on for the extra point. You don't want to say anything for definite with a lot of game to go, Coach, in a rivalry game, but goodness gracious,
wow.
This is a huge hole right now for Putnam City North.
Yeah, 21. If he gets this extra point, it'd be 21-6. And
aside from that first drive, they've not really generated much.
They haven't had a first down since.
No. I think the flag may, and I missed it, I have to apologize, I think the flag may have been for a celebration.
They're going to take it on the kickoff?
If it is what I think it is, yes, they will.
Alexander's out questioning it.
And see Willis out at the 16-yard line. What a great job he has done to restoring the pride to this Putnam City football program. Told you he was at Mount St. Mary, came into the district and spent 1 year with Putnam City West, and then took over the job at Putnam City. And he's won 13 and lost 13 in his first 26 games. But this is expected to be one of the better teams in 6A2 football this year. Unfortunately, they're in a power-packed district that has the likes of Choctaw and Stillwater.
And Piedmont's a good third team. It's third and fourth right there. How many state championships did Willis win at Douglas?
What was it, 4?
3 or 4. I was looking it up today.
He won a bunch.
He can coach.
His former employer has a big game this week, and in fact, maybe the best rivalry in the history of the state of Oklahoma, the Soul Bowl.
Oh, yeah, Millwood. Yeah.
There's some really good rivalry games, this being one being played in week 2 of the high school season. For some of these teams, including the Pirates, it's their third game of the year after opening week 0.
And they'll be getting off this weekend. Next week they'll be open.
Gavin Crone has been ejected. He's one of the linebackers for Putnam City North. He also was one of the captains tonight. So a big loss for North as this thing continues to go sideways in a hurry. So here is Yanez extra point to make it 21-6. Good snap. Ball is down. Yanez with a one-step approach. And he is 3 for 3 tonight, splitting the upright.
He's already 5 for 5, thrown for 121 yards, Turnbull. Hadn't thrown incompletion yet tonight.
1:23 to go opening quarter, 21-6 Pirates here on PC TV.
Wow.
5 plays, 56 yards, and the drive took just over 2.5 minutes. 1:23 remaining here in the first quarter. Putnam City with 21 unanswered points leads at 21-6. That flag that we thought could be a celebration flag obviously was the one that was thrown against Putnam City North linebacker Kevin Crone. One of the captains tonight, it occurred on the touchdown. He said something, and we must have said the right word, Coach, because he was sent to the showers early. They do assess it on the kickoff, so that means that Yanez and the Pirates will kick off from midfield. Here's Yanez, actually from the north 45, pooches it to the near side, and it is going to hit at the 10 and then falls on it about the 13-yard line. It was a really bad decision that time by the kickoff man on the near side, and I believe that is Stubbs, who just let the ball literally die before he picked it up. And by that time, he had a bunch of Pirates around him. And first possession, or the possession now will start at the 13.
You'd think Putnam City North's going to try to get a running game going, run the clock a little bit, try to get momentum going because they're having trouble blocking that defense.
Line of scrimmage at the 13. If they're going to stay in that run game, they better get something here because you're already down 2 scores. Late here with the first quarter at 21-6 on a beautiful football Friday night. Glad to have you along. He is Steve Ferguson. I am Todd Miller. We're glad to be with you. Be with you in 2 weeks from Northwest Classen High School. Ira team getting better in the 3 weeks they played since that week 0 loss.
Putnam North had to burn a timeout. They didn't have enough people on the field.
To UConn. Boy, this is really disheartening, I would think, for the coaching staff and head coach Brian Lockhart. Again, we will remind you that if you bring a sack of clothes or a box of shoes and place them in the large bin sitting inside the main gate of PCO Stadium, you could be eligible to win $250 from Professional Recyclers Incorporated. When you do bring your gifts, you will be given a raffle ticket of which you will fill out with a name and a phone number. Every person donating, there's no limit on number of games, gets a ticket. At the final home game of the year at halftime, 2 names will be drawn, and the winner will get $250 each from Professional Recyclers Incorporated. PRI has given over $100,000 in the last decade to Putnam City school districts because of their bins located at many PC district schools. All donations at PCO home games will go to the PCO football program. Here we go. First timeout charge to either side. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. 1:23 to go in the first period. As Josh Lombard, subbing for Mason Jones, the injured starting signal caller, will open in the gun. Looks like Terry Wilson will be offset to his left. Ball's on the near side hash. They snap it with under 20. Now Wilson moves and lines up slot left. Lombard, here comes the pressure. Floats one up near side, and there's contact.
Pass interference.
And we're going to get a flag call that time on the Putnam City safety, Stephen Matthews, as he bumped into Bravion Stubbs, and that's going to result in a first down. First down for North since they had a couple of first downs on their touchdown drive to begin the ball game.
Yeah, they're coming out throwing it, and they're trying to get one-on-one with him on this deep secondary, and I don't know if it had been complete, but he stopped him and held him up.
15-yard penalty puts the ball at the 28-yard line with 78 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Again, same formation. They have a tight end right, 2-by-2 look, empty backfield for Josh Lombard. Jalen Willis, the sophomore center, 225 pounds, snaps the football back to throw. Lombard, here comes the pressure. He's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. And he took a shot that time from Nasir Nelson, the 215-pound bookend senior, as it was almost as if Nelson, coach, was in the huddle.
Yeah, he got lucky to get that ball away.
2nd down and 10 in the longest first quarter in the history of football.
Yeah.
Still 1:14 to play, and there's been 28 points between the two. 4-man defensive front. They show some edge pressure off the edge. Here they come. They set it up on a screen left. Terry Wilson. Wilson across the 30, run down from behind at the 32-yard line. And guess who it was? Batoya again that made the play as he stayed at home and was able to turn what could have been an even bigger gain into a gain of just 4.
I think the last 2 weeks he's led the team in tackles. He's been all over the field.
Yeah, he's been really good. Top 5 in tackles, and the loss at UConn to the win against Putnam City West last week.
Yeah, he had 11 against UConn.
44 seconds to play here in the opening quarter after a catch and run of 4 brings up 3rd and 6. Putnam City North tonight on third down conversions is 0 for 3. They picked up a first down by a penalty on this drive against Stephen Matthews. It was their first down since around the 10-minute mark here in the first quarter. They snap the ball. Lombard sends a man in motion, throws a little receiver wide open. It's caught, first down. And more, that's Marshall Bennett. And Bennett then is tackled to the 49-yard line of the Pirates.
That was a little safety blitz by the Pirates, and they picked it up. Putnam North threw a little slant route, and they picked up 15 yards.
When you blitz, you're going to get a lot of success in terms of negative plays, but you're going to leave yourself exposed on the back end sometimes, and that was the case as the first period comes to an end after an 18-yard pass from Lombard to Marshall Bennett. So 12 minutes is in the books here from PC North. Week number 3 for the Pirates. They lead 21-6 over Putnam City North here on PC TV.
KC. We believe in more than just selling cars. We believe in building relationships based on trust, transparency, and treating you like family. For more than 80 years, the Cavender Auto family has built our business on these simple, important values. We call it doing things the Cavender way. Cavender Ford of OKC would like to welcome all Putnam City Schools parents, students, faculty, and staff to visit us at 7320 Northwest Expressway. Confidence is Cavender.
Second quarter begins. It finds Putnam City North at the Pirate 49-yard line after a big play through the air. Lombard to Bennett on the final play of the first quarter. 21-6 as the Panthers now will flip into the field and move from right to left. Here comes the pressure. Pocket holds. Lombard throws into traffic. And, boy, did he ever expose the target that time, Jalen Lewis, who was triple-teamed. I'd go back to the head coach and say, don't do that again.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 upcoming for North.
Yeah, he left him ready to get his bell rung. They hit him pretty hard.
2nd and 10 at the Putnam City 49-yard line. First time that North has been the Pirates into the field since that touchdown drive that started the ball game, traversing 51 yards in 6 plays. Lombard in for Mason Jones tonight as quarterback. Walks up behind the center, Jalen Willis. Now it's time to snap it. Play clock is down to 8. They snap the ball. Here comes the screen. They set it up right. Terry Wilson, 45, cuts left, and he's drugged down on a one-arm tackle by the Jersey, Evan Matoyer, at the 40-yard line. Coach, if Evan is unable to hang on as he stretched that jersey, that play is a first down and even more.
He may have gone to the house, but Matoyer, he was there. He got there. A little short for the first down.
Have yourself a night, Mr. Evan. 5'10", 210-pound junior in the middle of that defense. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down and a yard. Obviously down 21-6 with a minute gone here in the second quarter. North is in 4-down territory. Terry Wilson in the backfield, tight end right. 2 receivers to the near side. Stretch play, Wilson. Big blocking left side. Matoyer jumps at his back. Knocks him down at the 34-yard line, but not before a gain of 6. They went right behind Kingsbury and Lewis on the left side of that offensive line, and they whipped that defensive front.
Putnam North's trying to get a little momentum going. Got the running game going again a little bit. A couple of passes. They need to score right now.
Tell you what, Terry Wilson didn't do much. Only had 1 play among his 8 carries last week for positive yardage, but he has looked good tonight when he's had opportunities. 1st and 10 North at the Pirate 34-yard line. Back to throw is Lombard. Looking. Now he's going to step up. He's going to try to run. He's in trouble, and he is knocked down at the 33-yard line. Good pursuit to the football. Matoyer was there, but he was not the one that made the stop. It was Kendra Huffman from the secondary that was in the area along with Ty Wallace, number 40.
It was nice. Nice call for Putnam North, but Putnam City penetrated. They covered it. at the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can go what they can do on second down.
They give him 2, so it's 2nd and 8 with 9:55 to play here in the first half. 3-by-1 formation, back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Screen left. Wilson one-hands the catch and then turns upfield. Wilson stays on his feet, stretches, and they're going to put him down to the 30-yard line. He was struggling to try and get to the 29. And I'll give you 3 guesses, Steve, as to who was there and had him and tackled him.
Yes, Evan Matorier. And I tell you what, that screen pass has been good for North tonight. That's been one of their plays that's kept them going on this
After
drive.
all of that, it's a catch and run of 2.
Yeah.
3rd and 6 at the 30.
Putnam City can run. They run to the football real well.
Empty backfield. Tight end is lined up right. That is Spitwood. 2 receivers both left and right. On 3rd and 6, it's a quarterback keeper, and Lombard has a first down running left at the 20. He was down. The ball came out. They're going to roll the play dead as Stinson Powers scooped it up and was heading back the other way, but clearly he was down at the 20. So a run of 10 on 3rd and 6, and they're inside the red zone trying to cut this thing 3 minutes into the second quarter down to a 1-score game.
That was quarterback run all the way. They had those lead blockers in front. They had mismatch on this side over here, and he jumped up there and got a first down.
Let's be honest. Mason Jones is the starting quarterback for a reason here. But I'll tell you, Josh Lombard has played very, very well in his absence. It's just been that Pirate defense has been very, very good.
He's played against his old former team.
Yep, and they're dialed in on him. Timeout, 9 minutes to play first half. Pirates 21, Panthers 6, but North on the march here on PC TV.
It's a good little drive.
Here we go out of the Putnam City Pirate timeout. It is first down and 10 for North at the Pirate 20-yard line. Again, the second time they've been into Putnam City's end of the field. Pirates with a 3-man defensive front. Direct snap. Jones is out there. Mason throws it left. And the ball offline as he was looking again for Jalen Lewis. And it is Mason Jones out there, number 2. And again, he has that broken finger in his throwing hand, which is really taking his ability to throw a deep ball away. But you can bet Mason in his final matchup with the Pirates wants to at least try and help his team's cause. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line. Clock stops with 8:56 to play.
There's penalty.
There is a penalty. It was a hold against North. So it'll be 2nd and 20. The line of scrimmage back at the 30-yard line. 8:56 to play, first half. 21-6 Pirates trying to move to 2-1. Next week we're off, 2 weeks from tonight, against Northwest Classic. Jones quickly throws a slant across the middle, stubs a catch, and a little bit of a run. And he's dragging defenders with him inside the 25. He's down to the 22-yard line, so he got 8 of the 10 penalty yardage back. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and long, 2nd and 12 here. The line of scrimmage at the 22.
That was a nice little pass play there. I don't think Putnam City was expecting that.
Jones is out. Back in as Lombard as the quarterback. So Mason took a couple of snaps, completed a pass, was able to get 8 on first down and long. So it's 2nd down and 12 at the 22-yard line. I misspoke when I said it was 2nd and 20. They got the down over. Clock rolling with 8:05 to play here in the first half. Play action pass. Lombard lobs one towards the back right corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete as he was looking again for Dorian Bradford. And step for step with Bradford was Kamarian Law. So it'll be 3rd down from the 22. Same theory applies. This is going to be 4-down territory for head coach Brian Lockhart.
21-6. You know Putnam City North's going to try to score, get that score closer, and they're 2 down territory. I don't think they'll try a field goal.
Well, they have to score. They've shown no ability right now to stop the Pirates and C.J. Turnbull. 3rd and 12 for the 22, and here comes a flag. And were the Pirates offsides? Looks like perhaps they were. And, boy, that's a gift. As now it makes it very manageable at 3rd down and 7, and the ball at the 17 of the Pirates. This, incidentally, is the 13th play of this Panther drive that is now 4 minutes gone in the second period and 5 minutes and 23 seconds in duration. Single set back is Wilson on 3rd down and 8, and they may have just given the penalty back. False start, they did, against North, and so the line of scrimmage goes back to the 22. The second time here in this first half we've seen these two rivals exchange offside and false start penalties. Good contingent of Pirate fans seated across the way on the north side here at PC North Stadium. Band is dancing and playing across the way, trying to cheer their boys on to a 2-1 start. 3rd and 12 at the 22-yard line. Straight drop, Lombard. Hit as he throws up left, ball incomplete. He was looking for Bravian Stubbs, who thought that he was being held. He was double covered, and Stubbs, for one, made a brief turn inside, then had to turn back to the outside. So it was not really going to be catchable anyway, and it's now 4th down and 12. And, well, this will be a shame if you're North to burn up over 5.5 minutes of the first half and come away trailing by 2 scores with no points.
I don't know about that call. Maybe they saw something upstairs and that they could pick on that defensive back, but I think I'd have tried to get closer to go 2 down territory.
If this drive bogs down, as Southerners lined up tight end right, it's probably because of that false start on the heels of an offsides penalty from the Pirates that would have made it 3rd down and 7. It's back to 4th and 12 at the 22. Lombard moving left, rolling left, looking downfield. Lombard throws into the end zone and throws it out of bounds. Boy, there was nothing open in the secondary.
Turned it over in downs.
How about that drive? 7:52 to play in the second quarter. So it lasts 4 minutes and 8 seconds of the second quarter. 5 minutes and 31 seconds of the game, and they came up empty.
Well, if Putnam City scores right now, right before the half, well, there's a lot more time in the half. There's 8 minutes left.
1st and 10 for C.J. Turnbull and company at the 22-yard line. They split the backs to each side. I believe it's Sloan and Herrera to each side. Stretch play coming left. And turning the corner is Sloan as he's banged down to the 26. Even that play nets 4, but it didn't look like there was going to be much there. 2nd and 6 upcoming as we go under 7.5 to play before the break.
Yeah, that was a nice little run around the end. Putnam North, they stopped it. That play'd gone for longer yards the last time they ran it, so we'll see what Turnbull's going to do on this series.
Gavin Crone, one of the defenders, has been ejected, so they are playing down to start on the defensive side of the ball as Putnam City North. That came on the last Pirate touchdown after the play. 21-6 midway through the second. Turnbull options left, has some running room, gets to the edge, gets a block, and is dumped down at the 29-yard line. They cut that down very quickly. A gain of only 3. A good pull block that time by Herrera, but out of the perimeter it was Gavin Davis, the rover, that made the tackle.
Yeah, that was a good defensive stop by Putnam North that time. They can stop them here and make them punt it.
He picks up 4, needed 6, so they're going to at least make him snap it again on 3rd down and 2 at the 30. With 6:38 to play here in the first half, 21-6 our score. Pistol formation. Herrera is in the backfield. Turnbull walks up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock is getting deep. Now he's going to go under center. CJ runs behind the left guard who plows his way forward for a first down. He picks up 3 to the 33-yard line. Good blocking that time by Christian Rhodes, all 315 pounds of him on the left side.
Yeah, they're letting that clock go down. They've gone under 10 seconds every time.
First and 10 to the 43-yard line. Or at the 33-yard line, excuse me, halfway through quarter number 2. Turnbull looking over to the sideline, gets the play, 5 yards deep behind the line of scrimmage. He dropped the snap, and there's a skirmish for it. And it looks like Putnam City may have fallen on it. If so, it's Kami Herrera that did so, and he would have had to outwork 2 maroon and gold-cladded Panthers to get possession.
Yeah, it was a fumbled snap, and he tried to run, and they got on it.
Loss of 4 back to the 29 brings up 2nd down and 14. This possession is nearing 2.5 minutes in duration. Pirates tonight on 3rd down. On this drive, converted on 3rd and 2. It was their first 3rd down conversion of the evening. 2 receivers left and right. Single setback. Herrera, who saved this possession of the fumbled snap from Turnbull. 3-man defensive front. Motion man Jones, who has a touchdown pass. They throw out left, and it's too high, looking for Savion James, who has a catch right at the first down marker. That stops the clock and brings up 3rd down and 14.
First incompletion pass of the night for Turnbull. He was 5-5, 121 yards going into that play.
Second, 3rd down attempt of the night. Both coming to this drive for Putnam City. Most of this drive has seen Kami Herrera, the 5'8", 190-pound junior, out there as the setback. He's offset to the right now of C.J. Turnbull. 3 receivers wide to the press box side. Rolling this way, Turnbull throws near side, ball hit his hands and dropped by Sean Jones right at the first down marker. Josh Lombard was in coverage, but that's saying that a little loosely because Jones should have had that catch.
No, he's right in his hands. Good rollout, good sprint out pass, and he was wide open and hit him in hands. He dropped it.
Don't they say, Coach, the most dangerous place on a receiver's body to hit them is in the hands?
That's the only place. Skillet hands.
Well, he did.
Yep.
First time that we'll see a punt tonight from Evan Matoyer.
Well, he punts too, huh?
Well, we were told he would punt. Punted 4 times for an average of 30 this season. The return man for Putnam City North is Terry Wilson Jr., the running back. He is setting up shop at the 42. Snap coming back from Thomas Stone, and the play clock has struck 0. I still have not seen a flag. Now we see a couple of the striped shirts walk into the line of scrimmage. It will be a delay of game against Putnam City. This has been, in terms of flags, kind of a penalty-marred first half, Steve, but not a lot of major penalties, just a lot of 5-yard flags.
I think Putnam City had the same problem in UConn game. Turnovers, penalties, they just couldn't get it going.
So it's now back at the 24-yard line. Here comes the pressure. They almost got to the punt. It hits at the 49, takes a big Pirate bounce. Scooped up by Wilson at the 39, running right, 40-45, and then he is driven out of bounds almost to the base of the bleachers on the far side. And a nice return by Terry Wilson Jr. And good starting field position for North. And all of a sudden, if they could stick this thing in late here in the first half, we have ourselves a game again with 5:03 to play before the break.
Well, they've had control of the second quarter, just don't have any points. And they had a nice drive, like you said. 13-play drive, didn't get anything out of it. Now they've got good field position. See if they can score from right here.
See who the quarterback is. We have seen Mason Jones for about 4 or 5 snaps here in the first half after being told that he might not play tonight, and his return was not known with that broken finger. 21-6, Putnam City over PC North here in the Battle of the Expressway. Pirates trying to win the Putnam City Championship for the 4th time in the last 5 years. It also would be their 5th in the last 11. Make that their 6th in the last 11. First and 10 for the Panthers. Ball on the far side hash at the 43-yard or 47-yard line. Direct snap. Now they turn and they hand it off. That's Terry Wilson, and he's across midfield down to the 49-yard line, running behind the left guard, Lakin Kingsbury. All 275 pounds of him. He picks up about 4. Second down upcoming.
That's what they did that last series and drove it all the way down, and then they bogged down and threw an incomplete pass.
Mason Jones is out there handling the snaps. 4:28 and counting to play first half. Pirates leading here at North 21-6. Wilson the single setback. And they hand it off to Wilson again. Wilson was hit and is able to get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard to the 48-yard line of the Pirates. And then he was gang tackled, pushed back last by Nasir Nelson.
That's that defensive line right there. They're big. They're hard to get off the ball. It's hard to go right at them.
They give him forward progress to the 48, so he picks up a yard. It's 3rd down and about 6 for the first down. 2 receivers. Stubbs is wide right along with Dorian Bradford. Jones is out there as the quarterback. Single setback as Wilson offset to the left. 3-man defensive front. Straight drop for Mason. Flips it out right. Wilson the catch. 50, 45. Dragging defenders with him. And he spun down right at the first down marker. They're going to give him to the 41. And that's good enough for a first down. Deshaun Buford was the one riding him the last 2.5 yards and finally got him to the ground.
Nice little call right there. Now they're driving again. Under 4 minutes.
7 yards, but that was a hard-fought 7 by Terry Wilson Jr. 5'8", 150 pounds and a senior. He had 3 catches. His only touchdown through last week's loss at Shawnee came through the air. Big first down catch and run there. Jones hands it off again to Wilson. Wilson this time runs right into Trip Alexander, and then he's going to be pushed back by Nelson. Interesting enough, Trip Alexander missed the first 2 defensive series of the night. He is playing with a cast on his left hand. He is the son of head coach Willis Alexander. And Tripp has no fewer than 5 Division I offers.
And this is his first action tonight?
No, he
played.
He's played everything but the first 2 series.
Oh, okay.
Did not play the first 2 defensive series.
Did he play the last 2 games?
I don't think so.
No, I don't. He wasn't there last week.
2nd and 10 to the 41. Deep drop for Jones. Now he's going to have to run. Jones in trouble, and down he goes. He didn't want to take a hit. And Matoyer just kind of, as he ducks under him, taps him down. A gain of 1. It's 3rd down and 9 with 2:36 to play in the first half.
That was some good pursuit by the defense right there. They were all over that ball.
They need to get to the 31 of Putnam City to keep the drive alive. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining and 2:19 to play here in the first half. A 40-minute first quarter. The second quarter has gone by a little bit quicker. Now Lombard is back out there, and one of the reasons why is he certainly has a better ability to connect on a deep ball. He's already thrown a 24-yard touchdown pass tonight. Empty backfield. Josh drops to the 48. Hit as he throws a deep right, and incomplete. He was looking for Stubbs that time, who was double covered. And it's 4th down and 9 right now. It looks like North's going to keep the offense out there with the field with 2:02 to play in the half.
That was a good defense. They blitzed him right then. He didn't have time to throw that football.
You know, we talked about this, Steve, earlier. Now they're going to trot the punt team on. That when you blitz, you're going to get some negative plays.
Single
but you're
coverage.
also going to leave some guys exposed to the backfield. For the most part, they've done a really good job double covering receivers on the boundary.
Yeah, they got that single coverage in the back end back there, and they don't have time.
Reese Moran now will punt from his own 48-yard line. His only other punt tonight went for 21. Good snap, good kick as he angles it to the far side. It hits inside the 5 and goes out of bounds. A coffin quarter effort that time by Reese Moran. And Putnam City is going to start at their own. See where they're putting it? At the 8-yard line. That's a 32-yard punt, but just about as well done as you can do. And now with 2 timeouts and 92 yards away from a 4th score with 1:57 to play, Turnbull and company go to work.
All right, let's see what they got. They're going to run the clock out, or are they going to try to go score right here?
I think they're going to try to go score. They've moved the football a lot.
They didn't do much this second quarter offensively.
No, they haven't had the ball much. Turnbull fakes the handoff, throws it out left. Ball caught behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to lose yardage back to the 7-yard line. Trying to see who it was. I think it was Taylor that was on the catch.
Okay.
And they give him no gain. Looked like he lost a yard. It's 2nd down and 10. There was some confusion because it looked like, and a block by chain link fence right here, that Turnbull may have ran into Herrera on the fake handoff. 1:15 to play here in the first half. 2nd and 10 at the 8-yard line. Turnbull out of the gun. Claps his hands once. Now looks to the far side. Now he runs up behind the line, changes the play, 10 seconds to snap it. CJ claps his hands again. Now it's a fake handoff. He'll run right. He's to the 10, to the 15, down to the 25, and he almost broke it as he's finally knocked down at the 28-yard line. And a flag comes in at the end of the play, and I'll tell you what happened. Ricky Hinkle has his headgear off. I don't know if Hinkle had it removed. I would think he did. He looked a little bit incredulous behind the play. Right now, the gain is to the 28-yard line, so that's a carry of 20 for Turnbull. Now we await the indication from the Whitecap, dead ball, personal foul against Putnam City North, and they did take the headgear off of Ricky Hinkle.
Well, that was a nice play. That defensive back stopped him by the ankle, or he'd have been gone. Had been a long touchdown run there.
They were set to snap it at the 28-yard line. They're going to tack 15 yards more onto that. And now the Pirates, with 2 timeouts and 57.8 seconds to play, are going to snap the ball.
Wow.
At the 43-yard line in their own end of the field. Does this answer your question? Will they run timeout? No, they won't.
Yeah, and they got 1 minute left, and they've already made it to almost midfield.
3 timeouts, or 3 receivers wide left, single receiver to the near side. They empty the backfield and motion Herrera to the far side. Turnbull under pressure. Now he's going to run. This is dangerous. 50, 40, 35. Down the sidelines, 30, 25. And CJ is tackled inside the 25-yard line. And a touchdown-saving tackle at that by David Turner, the boundary corner, who's now out there. And another big run, this time all the way to the 25-yard line.
30-yard gain.
Clock stops as he got out of bounds with 44 seconds to play here in the first half. Pirates trying to tack on to their 21-6 advantage. Herrera, the single setback, rolling left. Turnbull throws across the way, and the pass a little offline and incomplete. Right at the sticks at the 16-yard line. Looked like he was looking for Sean Jones III, one of the 2 players for the Pirates that have touchdown catches tonight. Working the boundary, so a very good call as that was low risk. Stops the clock with 40.9 seconds to play here with the first half. Pirates trying to move to 2-1, beat North again. Will be their 4th straight win over the Panthers, and they lead 21-6. We have not seen much of Sloan here with the second period. I wonder if he's injured.
Yeah, he hadn't been in the game.
Turnbull in a pistol. Looks to the far side. Play clock down to 2 seconds. And it looks like they're going to take a timeout. They will. 40.9 seconds to play here in the first half. And we're going to keep it right here. And again, remind you that if you bring a sack of clothes or a box of shoes and place them inside the large bin, set it inside the main gate of PCO Stadium, you will be eligible to win $250 from Professional Recyclers Incorporated. When you do, bring your items. You'll be given a raffle ticket of which you will fill out with name and phone number. Every person donating, no limit on number of games, gets a ticket. At the final home game of the year at halftime, 2 names will be drawn, and the winners will each get $250 from Professional Recyclers Incorporated. I've already got our winners, Steve Ferguson and Todd Miller. How about that?
He's thrown for 118 yards this half and 77 yards rushing.
He finally misfired on a pass.
Yeah, he's 6 for 9 passing.
He started 6 for 6, so he's missed on his last 3. The timeout for the Pirates will leave Putnam City with just 1 timeout and 40.9 seconds to play. Do you agree with me that you and I should be the winner of the $250?
Oh yeah, I'll take it. I'll have it with you. Or these young ladies working over here, they
probably
do
deserve it more
job.
than we do. I can tell you that.
Maybe they need it.
But I'm greedy and I'll take it.
I'll split mine with them. I think they do. They make us look good up here.
Suck up.
I taught school 45 years. I know how to treat kids.
Second and 10 on the 25-yard line. Pistol formation, no tight ends. 3-by-1 formation. Turnbull drops, pocket holds, throws to the far side. A good adjustment. The catch is made. Savion James, and he's out of bounds at the 12-yard line, 13 yards. And that was a timing pattern, but James made a great adjustment.
Well, that was a great catch and great throw, and they're trying to score it. I didn't know if they would.
Oh,
How many yards did he get there, 20?
Yep.
Plus 20 on that. That was yeah, you knew it. There's 5-yard line. I said, they're going to run the clock out. You said, no, I think they'll go score.
He got 20. He got 15 for the
15.
25 to the 10. So it's first down and goal to go with 36 seconds to play. First half, Putnam City trying to take a 3-score lead into the halftime locker room. Turnbull drops, looks, throws right. Receiver wide open, and it's caught. He'll walk in for the touchdown. Mitchell Taylor with the score, and he was wide open on some blown coverage, and you cannot give C.J. Turnbull that easy of a target. He's now accounted for 4 scores, 3 through the air, and it's 27-6 Pirates.
Wow, that was an impressive drive.
How about this? Impressive is exactly right. 92 yards, and they did it in just over a minute and never went to third down. Edgar Yanez on for the extra point to make it 28-6. Good snap, ball down. Yanez's kick is on the way, and it is good. He has been right down the middle on all of his extra point tries here in the first half. We'll step aside. Time out on the field with 31 seconds to play first half. PCO leads PC North 28-6 on PC TV.
Yeah, Sloan, we need to find out about him. He had 29 yards when he went out. That was a statement touchdown right there.
I knew they were going to drive. 2 timeouts.
It kind of shows you they can't stop them if they don't want to, really. If they
31.6 seconds to play. First half, 6 plays, 92 yards, and the drive went from the 157 mark of the second period down to the 31.6 second mark.
Someone called timeout. Putnam North not coming out.
Each team has a timeout remaining. How impressive has C.J. Turnbull been tonight? He has thrown 3 touchdowns to 3 different receivers, James, Jones, and Taylor. Those
144 yards.
Only 3
8 for 11.
Only 3 misfires through the air. One team has C.J. Turnbull, the other doesn't, and one team has a dominating offensive and defensive line. That's not to say Putnam City North is not good up front, but this is a really, really talented Pirate team.
Very talented. Skill positions, really talented in their offensive and defensive line, control the line of scrimmage.
In their first 2.5 games, Putnam City has scored 35, 75, and 28. I don't know much, Coach.
138 points.
I'm going to say that's pretty good offense.
And we still got a half to play tonight.
Edgar Yanez will kick it off. His last attempt was his best of the night. Now something's out there with the field. He tried to kick it away. Now he lines up with the far side hash. Pirates sent a real message to Putnam City North late here in the first half, going 92 yards and not going to third down once.
Yeah. It's Turnbull's arm, Turnbull's legs.
Here's Yanez, swings his leg, good kick to the far side. It'll be fielded from the 15, juggled, 20, 25, Submarines down near the 25-yard line. That's Josh Lombard with his first kickoff return. And now let's see what Putnam City North will do if they elect to just take a knee and settle for a 28-6 hole at halftime. Both teams being sent to the respective sidelines. Last year, Putnam City North went 8-4. And it's hard to believe that this program that's had great success won 8 games for just the third time in a season in the last 22 autumns. 2007 prior to last year, the last time that they had won 8 games.
Well, 90 to 96 they were really good with Bob Wilson.
Yeah.
Went to state finals 3 times, had Sam Bradford, and have they been much better in the 20s? Really?
No, not much. All time, Putnam City North leads the series 25-18. As we told you, the Pirates have won 3 straight, 6 of the last 9. They are 16-7 of the last 23 after winning just twice in the first 20 meetings between these two, starting in 1982. So North is going to start. Having some problems setting the chains.
Well,
Whitecap is over on the far side. It looks like they're
going to victory. They're going to just kneel. They have a guy back at the 5-yard line.
Well, let's do it and get to the locker
room.
room.
I don't know what they're waiting on.
I don't either, because they have the chain starting at the 12-yard line, which would mean a first down would be the 22. They have the down marker at the 18-yard line. The Whitecap is over saying something to Willis Alexander, whatever that might be. That Pirate defense is already ready to go. What it is that Putnam City, I believe, has taken their final timeout during this. And now we're ready to go. Pirates do not have a timeout on the board. Panthers have one.
Can't take them to the house with you. Dion did that the other night. This game had 2 timeouts, never called it. People kept yelling, "You taking it home with you?"
Line of scrimmage at the 17-yard line. And you're exactly right.
They're just going to kneel.
To go into kneel-down formation. Keep in mind that the Pirates are going to get the football to start the second half. And here it is, a personal foul against Putnam City North. So that's what a lot of the decision was about. The line of scrimmage is now at the 13-yard line. And that is the 3rd major penalty against the Panthers for unsportsmanlike conduct. One led to the injection of one of the defensive players, Gavin Crone, who's a captain, in the first quarter.
This game kind of changed when Putnam City North drove all the way down 13-play drive and didn't get anything. And
Mason Jones, as the quarterback, handles the snap, goes to a knee, and that will do it. At halftime, the Battle of the Expressway, it's the Pirates 28 and the Panthers 6. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the start of the second half in about 15 minutes here on PC TV.
Who's late tonight?
Yeah, I have it's like practices for quinceañera.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to be
Was
there.
that fun?
Yeah, it's tomorrow, so
Where's it at?
it's gonna be on the south side. Yeah, it's.
I live in Moore. That's where I
Do
live.
you really?
Yeah.
I need you to let me know when we're off.
Okay.
You turn us off, and then we come back on.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
You guys are doing great.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll be back.
We might not be. You guys might
Please
call.
come back. You might be on the mic. You might just talk.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back here to Putnam City North Football Stadium. Todd Miller along with Steve Ferguson and our PCTV crew. Halftime festivities are behind us, and we're ready for the start of the second half. And that first half felt like it took an eternity. The first quarter alone was 40 minutes. And if you're Putnam City North, Coach Ferguson, at halftime, you have to feel like it took 2 days to play 2 periods, as they are on the short end of a score, 28-6.
Yeah, they're ready to get done with that first half, and nice drives, and they just first drive of the game they scored, and you think maybe we got us a ball game, and then they drove one more time and didn't score anything, and that's been about the it of it.
Turnbull has thrown 3 touchdown passes, the last coming to Mitchell Taylor, and that capped a 6-play, 92-yard drive, and Turnbull basically did it all himself, either with his feet or with his arms. 3 touchdown passes and a touchdown run for the Millwood senior transfer at quarterback. Putnam City won the coin toss, North won the coin toss, and they wanted the football, so Putnam City will get the ball to start here in the third quarter. Pirates, as they did in the final couple of drives of the first half, will move from left to right, west to east, and they will await the kick coming from number 29, Reese Moran. Panthers were one guy short. Jace Groggins, a center, is out there now on special teams wearing number 65. He's a senior. He hustles on, and now we're ready to go. Putnam City trying to go to 2-1 as they get ready for district play in 2 weeks against Northwest Classic. Here's Moran's kick. It's a good one. Line drive kick that's going to hit 3 yards deep into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And that's the best kickoff that we've seen from either Yanez or Moran tonight. First down and 10 upcoming for the Pirates, who lead 28-6.
Yeah, that kicked it well. Maybe that'll be the good defense. I don't know if they got planned second half how to stop Turnbull, but we'll see.
I don't know that there's many teams in 6A2 that can stop C.J. Turnbull, although they're going to see 2 of the best defenses in the state in district play when they meet the likes of Choctaw, who's playing at Hayes, Kansas tonight, and also Stillwater, who next week plays at Carl Albert. From the 20-yard line, first down and 10. How about Stillwater last week just demolishing Tulsa Union?
45-10, yeah. I think Union's down, but I think Stillwater's pretty good.
2 receivers left and right. 1 back set as we get ready for the first snap of the second half. Ball on the far side hash. Turnbull hands to Sloan, who's out there for the first time since late in the first quarter. And he picks up 2 behind left guard to the 22-yard line. Roderick Sloan, 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown in the first 2 weeks. That touchdown came last week in the 75-0 whitewashing of Putnam City West. Halfway home for a 4th consecutive Putnam City championship are the Pirates. Turnbull barking out the instructions as he runs behind the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 11. 2nd and 8 of the 22 as they stack a formation short left. Give it that way, and again it's Sloan, and he is hit off balance, falls forward, and gets 2 more to the 24. Going to bring up 2nd down now and about 6 here in the opening minute of play in quarter number 3.
There's 2 running plays, and they're letting the clock run down a little bit, but I think they're just trying to set up something. We'll see if Turnbull keeps it this time or throws it.
Willis Alexander trying to win his 3rd in as many tries against North as the Putnam City original head coach. 3rd and 6, Turnbull and company at the 24. They're snapping it now with less than 10 of the play clock. Game clock at 10:28 to play, third quarter. Turnbull gets the exchange, throws it out left, wide open, first down catch, 30-35, breaks a tackle, 40. He's off to the races, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Take it to the house, James. Touchdown, Putnam City. And just like that, Coach, you called it, they were setting the pass up, and it was James who streaks down the far side boundary, 76 yards for pay dirt.
Nice play, nice pass, and there's those skill positions. Touchdown, Turnbull to Taylor. Was that James?
That was Taylor.
Taylor, yeah.
It was James. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was James.
Taylor's that punt returner, 76 yards. Didn't take him long, minute and 37 seconds.
On for the extra point is Edgar Yanez, and just like that, the Pirates go 80 yards. They've had 2 scoring drives of 80 or longer. Their final scoring drive in the first half covered 92, and the extra point is good. So we'll take a timeout with 10:23 to play in the third. Pirates 35, Panthers 6. This is Putnam City football on PCTV.
OKC. We believe in more than just selling cars. We believe in building relationships based on trust, transparency, and treating you like family. For more than 80 years, the Cavender Auto family has built our business on these simple, important values. We call it doing things the Cavender way. Cavender Ford of OKC would like to welcome all Putnam City Schools parents, students, faculty, and staff to visit us at 7320 Northwest Expressway. Confidence is Cavender.
3 plays, 80 yards, 76 of that on 3rd and 6 from the 24-yard line. Turnbull to James, second time those two have hooked up, and the 5th total touchdown of the night for C.J. Turnbull. He ran for 1 and now has thrown for 4 straight. That's 35 unanswered now for Putnam City. It has put this game more than likely out of reach.
Yeah, it didn't take them long.
Yanez will get an 8-yard approach. He'll swing his leg left to right, and he will send it airborne to the Panthers, who will get a kickoff return opportunity. It's Stubbs inside the 10 at the 8. Down the numbers, 15-20. Stubbs, 25, spins off a defender. Down he goes near the 30-yard line. Pretty good return by Bravion Stubbs. And I'll tell you, if you are facing the Panthers, that's a guy that you almost, coach, hold your breath every time he gets going north-south on a kickoff return.
He's fast and he's shifty, and he could break one of these. I thought earlier tonight he was going to take one all the way.
21-yard return to the 29, 10-17 to go, third period. 35-6 Putnam City. Pirates were picked third behind Choctaw and Stillwater in 6A2 District 1. Putnam City fourth in 6A2 District 2. Preseason rankings, according to Vipe, the Pirates were 5th, Putnam City 10th. Despite a 1-1 start, Pirates remain number 5, and Putnam City North, despite going 0-1, is ranked 9th. All right, yet a minute 45 into the second half. It's all PCO, 35-6. And here's a reason why this game has taken so long.
Yeah.
Spotting the ball, getting personnel in, getting teams lined up. The officials are standing around talking. Let's go.
Yeah, it's been pretty shaky right there. I haven't seen that this year. I don't know what's going on.
I have no idea, but let's play football. We played a 40-minute first quarter. That shouldn't happen.
No, Putnam City's trying to shorten it down, letting that clock run a while ago, but now they score 76.
Jones takes to the air, underthrows the intended receiver, and it's incomplete. And Stephen Matthews bound into Marshall Bennett, the intended target. And a good no call by the officials, though, because that ball was underthrown and was not going to be catchable. And there you see the limitations of Mason Jones with that broken finger. It has really limited his ability on a deep ball.
Yeah, he threw 3 touchdowns last week. I was really anxious to see him play tonight. When I got here, they said he was not going to play.
He lost 32-19 at a very improved 5A Shawnee team last week. 2nd and 10, clock stops and the incompleted pass. Wilson is in the back set, a field offset to the left of Mason Jones. 10-12 to play third quarter. Jones gets the snap, drops to the 22. Rush for the pocket, dumps it off, far side, intercepted. 35-30, leaps a tackler at the 25, and down he goes at the 24-yard line. It was a dying duck, and intercepting the pass was Jarius Polly, a 6'1", 170-pound junior who just stepped in front of the intended receiver and said, I'll have some of that, thank you very much.
Yeah, he had a good game last week. Pauly, it's hard to tell against Putnam West, and they win 75-0, but Pauly come up with some big plays last week.
Returns it to the 24-yard line, so the first turnover of the ball game belongs to Putnam City's defense. Already up 35-6 with a minute 56 to play here in quarter number 3.
Guess the offense is still out there on the field. They're not going to shut her down yet.
Sloan and Herrera split to each side of C.J. Turnbull. It's a short night last week for the Pirate main players. They're out of West. Handoff short lefts, and that is Herrera. And he's chopped down as he gets to the 21-yard line, a gain of 3. 9:40 in counting to play third quarter, 35-6, and Putnam City is threatening again, knocking to the door after the first turnover of the night forced by the Pirate defense.
I want to say they're going to keep it on the ground, work on the running game, but I don't know. With a quarterback like you got there, the way he throws the ball.
Gain goes to the 19, so it actually is at the 20, so a gain of 4 brings up second down and 6. 2.5 minutes and counting gone here in the third quarter. It's all Pirates here tonight in week 2 of the high school football season. Split backs. This time they hand it off to Sloan, looking for running room right. Runs behind a convoy of blockers and is cut down at the 19-yard line. He went running wide right behind the tackle, Solomon McGlory, and the 290-pound senior right guard, Ricky Hinkle. Third down upcoming and about 5 now for the Pirates.
Yeah, they're letting that clock run. They're trying to shorten the game a little bit.
Jalen Lewis, or excuse me, that's not Jalen Lewis. Instead, it is Davion Huffman, number 15, that is checked into the ball game. And he is one of 3 receivers wide left. On third down and 5, look for Turnbull here. They empty the backfield. Now he slings it out left. Ball was caught by Sloan. 20-15-10, down the numbers, 5, touchdown, Pirates.
Wow.
Boys, you see how quickly, once he exploded, got to the end, he just exploded. And another 3-play drive and another touchdown pass, Turnbull to Sloan. That's 4 different receivers in the 5 touchdown passes CJ has thrown tonight.
It's that 14-yard passing play.
19.
19. I can
Yanez,
see where the marker
who's
was.
been really, really busy tonight, will be on for the extra point. It is out of the hold of Mitchell Taylor, who's had a big night in his own right catching the football. This for point number 42. Everything is perfect. Yanez's kick is on the way, and it is good. We'll step aside, timeout. 8:37 to play, third period. Pirates 42, Putnam City North 6 on PC TV.
From the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. Try the all-new Double Sonic Smasher and at a half-price drink in the app.
There have been a total of 8 plays snapped in this second half. 6 of them have been snapped by the Pirates, who have a pair of 3-play scoring drives and now have led 42-6 after quickly leading 28-6 at halftime. The Pirates now are +5 the last 2 weeks in turnover margin. Here is Yanez, left to right approach, and he sends it deep. And this will be returned again from the 9. Again, it's Stubbs. Down the numbers, 10, 15, cuts right. They try to tackle him high. Gets free of contact, gets across the 20, and is up near the 23-yard line. So a pretty decent return and first down and 10 for the Panthers. If nothing else, Steve, they need to sustain a drive and keep that ball away from Turnbull and the offense.
Another 13-play drive, like right before the half, but they didn't get anything. But, yeah, they need to establish a running game, throw the little swing. They throw the ball deep, and it's all incomplete. That secondary for Putnam City is pretty quick. They cover you pretty good.
Mason Jones, who threw the interception that led to that last 3-play scoring drive covering 24 yards, has gone all the way at quarterback now as he's back out there for the second offensive series of the second half for Putnam City North. Panthers trying to avoid an 0-2 start, but they're in deep trouble tonight. Handoff goes to Terry Wilson Jr. behind right guard, and he plunges forward for a couple as he gets to the 25. Second down upcoming. We're under 8 minutes to play in the third.
Yeah, they're going to, let's just see if they're not hurrying up, so they're trying to play the clock.
Putnam City North, their best team in 6A2 District 2 would be the Roughers of Muskogee. Three of arguably the top 4 or 5 teams in the state are in Putnam City's district, 6A2 District 1. Second and 8 of the 25-yard line. Single setback. Jones handles the snap out of the gun. Hands it off. Coming left is Terry Wilson, and they tried to cut, and down he goes. As he crosses the 25 out to the 27, picks up 2 more. 3rd and 6 upcoming with just over 7 minutes and a rolling clock here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that defensive line for Putnam City is hard to move. You say Muskogee's the best on the other side, huh?
Yeah.
On Tulsa side. Who's all in that district with them?
Sand Springs, Sapulpa, those are the other 2 along with Muskogee that's picked ahead of Putnam City North. 3rd down and 6 at the 32-yard line. 6:45 to play. Clock rolling here with the third quarter. Tight end right, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Now they motion Southern to the far side. Back to throw is Jones. Here comes the pressure. Mason is going to try to run for it, and he takes punishment as he gets to the 33-yard line. And that's going to be real close to the first down. I think it's a half-yard short, although they're saying that he went down, started to slide at the 31-yard line. If so, that's going to be – no, they do give him to where I said the 33, so it's literally 3rd or 4th down. No, they do. They say first down. Initially, it did not look that way. First down to the 33. Halfway home in the third quarter, 42-6 our score. Terry Wilson, Jr., the only running back we've seen tonight for the Panthers. Offset to the right, tight end right. 3 receiver formation. Wilson, the give behind left guard, hit, and nowhere to go. Picked up a yard, and then he is pushed backwards. And again, when you can't win the point of attack, you can't run the football, and that's been the problem tonight for PC North.
Is that the second team defense, or maybe spot playing a few of them?
Maybe some. That was DeJohn Ackerson, a senior linebacker, one of the best players in the state of Oklahoma. According to the Oklahoman, he was picked 12th in the Super 30.
Yeah, that's the one I've heard about.
Second down and 9 to the 38-yard line. Looks like most of the starting defense is still out
there.
there.
Yeah, they are. I was looking at them.
5:12 in Canada play, third period, 42-6 from the 38-yard line. Second and 9. Fake handoff. They throw a slant. Stubbs across the 40 and run down near a first down at the 41-yard line, about a yard and a half short. And a good tackle that time from Stephen Matthews to prevent what would have been a first down catch and run.
Matthews made a lot of plays tonight.
Yeah, he has.
His name's been called quite a bit. He's a pretty good defensive back there. I think he can run.
Line of scrimmage is at the 41, so he picked up 8. They need 9. It's 3rd and a yard. Trip 4 is to play here with the third period, 42-6. The game was 28-6, Putnam City at halftime. 2 receivers wide right, tight end to the near side. Mason Jones claps his hands and looked like Putnam City jumped. They did. I think it was Jordan Billingsley, a 5'9", 230-pound junior backup on that defensive line that encroached, and that's going to give North a free first down. Out to the 46-yard line, first down and 10. 2 first downs on this drive now for Putnam City North as Lakin Kingsbury, who starts out there at left guard, was about to check in, and now he's pulled back. Jones operating from the Putnam City North logo in the middle of the field. The 46-yard line. Either showing pressure off the edge with Ackerson. Jones walks up behind the line of scrimmage. He's got a lot of time to snap it. Play clock is just down to 13. Jones snaps it with 11 seconds. Mason, a quick throw out on a screen offline. Bravion Stubbs was the intended target, but that was thrown behind him. And, boy, you feel for Mason Jones. This guy is one of the best quarterbacks in 6A football, and he is just really limited in what he can do tonight.
Yeah, you can tell. After I followed that Shawnee game last week, and I was pretty excited about coming tonight. He threw 3 touchdown passes, and I was hoping. And then I get here, and they say he's probably not going to play.
8th play of the drive for Putnam City North. Started with 8:28 to play here in the third period. The drive is exactly 5 minutes old, and they moved upfield 23 yards for their own 23 to the 46. Jones gets the snap, Hands it straight ahead. No, it's a keeper. Jones coming left, throws, dumps it off, and that's Stubbs, who is hit at midfield and is knocked down to the 49-yard line. He'll pick up 4. And that's going to bring up third down and about 6 with just over 3 minutes to play here in period number 3. 3rd and 5 as they move to the plus side of the field. Putnam City North at the Pirate 49-yard line. Josh Lombard had been the quarterback for much of the first half. They list him as an athlete on the roster, so he can do a lot of different things, but we haven't really seen him much.
Did he just move over here to North, or just knew he wasn't going to play quarterback at PCO?
Motion man, Gavin Davis from left to right. Throw in traffic, caught by Stubbs for a first down. He is dragging Matthews with him. He's inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. How about that catch by Stubbs in traffic, and with Matthews nearly able to deflect that ball. It turns out to be a gain down to the 37-yard line of 12.
Well, I'll just say it was a great catch, but it was better him not being brought down. He didn't want to come down. It took about 4 or 5 Pirates to get him down.
Tells you how good Mason Jones really is. He threaded the needle, and there's a very small window on that pass.
Yes.
Gain of 12 to the 37 of the Pirates. First down with 2 minutes to play for North here with the fourth quarter. Direct snap, stretch play, running right. Wilson outside the numbers 30, 25. Wilson to the 20, to the 15, cuts left in. He'll go in for the touchdown. Terry Wilson Jr. with his first touchdown on the ground, his second of his junior season. And that will breathe a little bit of life into the sidelines down below for Putnam City North.
That's a nice play. He got on the corner, got out there, got one-on-one with the defense back, made a great cut at the 12-yard line, and went into the end zone.
Well, we're Pirate fans. That's the way you do it if you're a North offense. A drive that took 14 plays and traversed 77 yards, capped by a 37-yard run. And let's see if North will go for 2 after they botched their first point after try of the night on a bad snap from Isaiah Southern. They have the offense out there. Mason Jones is going to try to make it a 42-14 game. Wilson, who just went 37 for pay dirt, is in the backfield. They hand it to him. Terry straight ahead, in for the 2-point conversion. Good blocking right up the gut. Willis and Kingsbury, the center of the left guard, and will take a timeout. 1:55 to play in the third. Putnam City 42, the Panthers 14 on PCTV.
JimNortonBuysCars.com. Not only will Jim Norton Toyota's mobile buying unit come to your home or business, we'll guarantee to beat anybody's written offer for your vehicle by $500, or we'll give you a $50 prepaid gift card. JimNortonBuysCars.com. The fastest, safest way to get the most for your vehicle, cash on the spot. Log on JimNortonBuysCars.com, and Jim Norton Toyota's mobile buying unit will come to you.
JimNortonBuysCars.com.
14 plays, 77 yards. The drive for Putnam City North, orchestrated by Mason Jones and Terry Wilson Jr. with a touchdown run to the run for 2. Makes it 42-14 with 1:55 to play here in the third quarter. Moran, who already has put 1 into the end zone for a touchback, set to kick it off from a right to left as we watch here high atop Putnam City North Stadium on a football Friday night. Off week next week for the Pirates. In 2 weeks, we're in Oklahoma City for Northwest Classic. That ball is going to be caught in the end zone, and he's going to bring it out. He's to the 20 and down to the 22-yard line. That's Savion James, and that's where Putnam City will start, leading 42-14 with 1:49 to play in the third quarter. Okay, Steve, we were talking about this. Mason Jones, are you concerned he's going to hurt himself? I tell you, coaches have been assured that he can't do any more damage or wouldn't be out there in a 42-6 game. Yeah. And I promise you, he's in the year of the coaches. I want to play. This is my last time against Putnam City.
Sure. Exact words. Yeah, there's no other answer to it. He's senior. He wants to play. He had a great game at Shawnee, and he doesn't like the way the game's going. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
I will say that somebody has been assured by doctors that there's very little risk for him to do more damage to that finger, or he would not be out there in a game that has been put away long ago. Love the courageousness, though, of Mason Jones wanting to be out there for his teammate. 1:45 to play, third period, from the 26-yard line. Putnam City scrimmages leading 42-14. And the keeper by Turnbull coming right. C.J. Hitt falls forward for 2. And he's dropped by Gavin Davis. Also when there was stopped, Dominic Spotwood, the sophomore Mike linebacker. 2nd and 8 upcoming as the clock winds towards 1:15 to play. Yard and a half. All that Turnbull's able to muster. That's his shortest run from scrimmage tonight. We're under 70 seconds to go, third period, with Putnam City crushing Putnam City North 42-14. Single setback is Kami Herrera, 190-pound junior. Quick drop, threw out right. Ball caught, that's Taylor. Jitterbugs a tackler at the 30 and drags a defender across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And it's going to be very near a first down. They're spotting him just short, so third down and literally inches for a first down with 40 seconds to play here in the third. I mean, that down marker is right at the first down stick, and now they signal first down.
Yeah, I thought so. I was going to say, is that not a first down?
1st and 10 of the 33-yard line. They will have to snap it one more time. There's a difference of about 6 on the game and play clock. 15 seconds to play in the period. Handoff straight ahead. It's Herrera. Big hole, and it closes quickly. But not before he blasts upfield for 7 to the 40-yard line. And that will take us to period number 4 from PC North. All Pirates on this football Friday night. Week number 2 of the Gridiron season in Oklahoma. Pirates lead 42-14 over rival Putnam City North here on PC TV.
Anyone can deliver pizza. Only Marco's can deliver America's most loved pizza. Hot and fresh and right to your door. Every day at Marco's, get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. Hello to the Italian way. Hello, Primo.
Todd Miller, Steve Ferguson, the PCTV crew with you. 12 minutes to play in week number 2. Pirates blowing away the Panthers 42-14. Final play of period number 3 was an 8-yard Kami Herrera run to the 41-yard line, and will flip ends of the field as the white, orange, and black-cladded Pirates now will scrimmage from the 41-yard line, facing 2nd down and 2, and leading 42-14. Don't forget to bring a sack of clothes or a box of shoes and place them inside the large bin. Set it inside the main gate of PCO Stadium. Handoff, running right as Herrera banging his way off defenders. And he gets to the 49-yard line, a gain of 8, and resets the down marker. When you do, you'll be given a raffle ticket, which you will fill out with name and phone number. Every person donating, no limit on number of games, gets a ticket at the final home game of the year. At halftime, 2 names will be drawn, and the winners each will get $250 from Professional Recyclers Incorporated. Just underway here in the 4th period. Pirates about to cross midfield. They're at the 49-yard line. Toss sweep right, Herrera. And Herrera is able to get the midfield no further. They actually gave him a first down to that last play, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 at the plus 49 of Putnam City North with a minute gone here in the 4th quarter.
That Hare and Sloan are 2 good punch. They're not bad. They're both good old running backs.
They're really good running backs. Sloan is out there now, and We've seen more of Sloan here in the second half than we did in the second period.
Would be fun running behind that line.
Yeah.
I guarantee that.
298 pounds.
And
That's Timberlake, Rhodes, Chase, Hinkle, and McGlory tackle the starting five.
Have a quarterback like they play with.
A motion of man from left to right of the formation. And now we get a false start called against Putnam City. The motion man that time was Charles Henderson, a sophomore tight end, 5'10", 160 pounds. And he may not have been set, and he's going to come out of the ball game. So the ball goes back to the 45 of the Pirates. It brings up 2nd down and 14. No football next week. And then in 2 weeks, we are at Northwest Classen for the 6A2 District 1 opener. Looking forward to my first season, going through a fall campaign with this Putnam City bunch. 2nd and 14 to the 45. Empty backfield. They motion Sloan. Now they'll throw it out left. Sloan makes a defender. Miss 50. There he goes. 40, 35, 30. He's gone. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Roderick Sloan. There's no flags. And it is a 55-yard catch and run for a touchdown. And that is points number 48 on the board for the Pirates.
That was impressive. I was going to say right before that play took off, Putnam North hadn't stopped that pass play all day. They haven't had somebody come with that guy swinging out of the backfield. There's no linebacker scraping with him and no cornerback or anybody coming up, and he's got speed to take off. There's nobody out there.
Touchdown passes to 5 different receivers tonight for C.J. Turnbull. He also has run for a score. Make that 6 touchdown passes and a scoring run.
Yeah.
Here is Yanez on for the extra point. Good snap. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. And the extra point is good. Timeout with 10:10 to play from Putnam City North. It's all Pirates, 49-14 over rival Putnam City North here on PCTV.
JimNortonBuysCars.com. Not only will Jim Norton Toyota's mobile buying unit come to your home or business, we'll guarantee to beat anybody's written offer for your vehicle by $500, or we'll give you a $50 prepaid gift card. JimNortonBuysCars.com. The fastest, safest way to get the most for your vehicle, cash on the spot. Log on JimNortonBuysCars.com, and Jim Norton Toyota's mobile buying unit will come to you. JimNortonBuysCars.com.
A moment ago, we were telling you about your opportunity to win $250 from Professional Recyclers Incorporated, PRI. You might remember has given over $100,000 in the last decade to Putnam City School District because of their bins located at many PC District schools. All donations at PCO home games will go to the PCO football program. There was a flag at the end of the play. It was an unsportsmanlike conduct flag against Putnam City. So now Yanez, instead of kicking at the 40, is going to be back at the 25-yard line, and North should get good starting field position. 5 different receivers, 6 different touchdown passes for C.J. Turnbull. He has thrown a 76, a 19, and a 55-yard touchdown pass here in the second half.
He's rushed for a touchdown. He's got 7 total touchdowns. He liable to get player of the game.
You think?
Maybe the city area.
Here's Yanez, in kick. Going to be juggled at the 29, return to the 30, 35, and a jersey tackle.
Ooh.
As on the return that time was Jalen Lewis. And it'll be first down and 10 to the 37-yard line for Putnam City North. Well, partner, we better get used to some of these games. Probably going to have another one just like it next time we see Putnam City at Northwest Classic.
This is as much speed as I've seen in a while out of a high school team. They've got some skilled players, but you asked me, I think they might have won the game in the offensive and defensive line.
No question about it. If you can control the line of scrimmage, you, more times than not, are going to be victorious on the scoreboard. It's been the case tonight. from the 37-yard line. Let's see if it's Jones that's still out there as the quarterback. It appears as if it is. Terry Wilson Jr. is the running back, and they snap the ball over the head of Marshall Bennett, who was actually the quarterback, and they're going to have to fall on it back inside the 15-yard line at the 12. So a loss of 25 as Marshall Bennett was out there with quarterback. Clock will continue to melt down with 9:36 to play in the ball game.
You know, our 43 linebacker, he's out there now. He hadn't played the last 3 series.
2nd down and 35 after a loss of 23 on the bad snap. Line of scrimmage back at the 12 with 9:18 to play in the football game. Putnam City will move to 2-1. North will be 0-2. Bennett on a stretch play, hands it off, coming right. Not much running room as he's able to get to the corner, and then he's knocked out of bounds, and a little bit of extracurricular activities on the near side. That was Terry Wilson Jr., who remains out there as the running back. He only picks up 2, and it's now 3rd down and 33 with the clock stopped, 9:07 to play. Well, they have us in this press box. It is difficult to see with that chain link fence right where the football is.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
It's a great view, though, here tonight at PC North. Great facilities. 3rd down and 33 at the 14-yard line. Clock begins to roll again with 9:02 to play. Putnam City North trying to do a little window dressing here and make this score look a little bit more respectable. Marshall Bennett out of the gun. Wilson offset to his left, another high snap. Bennett climbs the ladder. Now Bennett's going to try to run. He's in trouble. They're going to drop him back to the 12. So he loses the 2 that Wilson got on the previous play, and it brings up 4th down and 35. And a very precarious punt situation now for Reese Moran upcoming.
Todd, you can't have a bad snap like that when that defensive line's so fast and quick. You better have a quick snap back there and get ready to run it.
No question. I mean, they have no time whatsoever in the backfield.
Now they're going to have to punt from their own end zone and give the ball back to the Pirates in good field position.
Taylor is setting up shop at the north 46-yard line. Here's Moran's punt. End-over-end kick. It's a high punt. Hits at the 40 and takes it north bounce to the 44-yard line. Now rolls laterally and is going to be down near the 45-yard line. So all told, a 33-yard punt, not bad with heavy duress and punting from your own end zone. So let's see if Turnbull and company come back out leading 49-14.
That's what I was going to say. That was a question I was going to ask you. Will we see Turnbull or will we see another backup quarterback?
I don't think we're going to see him.
You don't?
No, I don't.
You're going to say we won't. Okay, we'll see.
I think they're going to be happy with –
I think they need to keep Sloan over there. He's the one that can burn it. That's one of the fastest kids I've seen take off.
I think they're going to be happy with a, 6-touchdown night and 1 rushing score?
7 touchdowns from Turnbull. Yeah.
How many did you have total in your career?
Throwing passes?
No, total touchdowns.
Well, we'll talk about the next thing. Go on.
And guess what? CJ's still out there on the field. They'll start for the 45-yard line. They are using a running clock now.
They want to get 50 berries here. Let's score half 100 on them.
Clock was rolling as Putnam City's offense came out there with the field. Tied in right, 1 back set. Turnbull on a jet sweep. And as they hand it off, we get a stoppage of play. I think there may have been some movement up front. It is a false start against the Pirates. And that's really, tonight, Steve, about all they've done wrong, and that's fire a little prematurely in the offensive line.
Turnbull's close to 300 yards passing and almost 100 yards rushing. I hope somebody notices this. He might get the Oklahoma City Player of the Week.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there's somebody else around the state having a better night than number 3 for the Pirates, I would hate to be playing against him. I can tell you that.
Boy, he's big time. 7 touchdowns.
1st and 15 now from midfield with 7:12 to play in the ball game. They'll turn and they'll hand it off. Running right is Herrera. They have him behind the line of scrimmage, and they finally get him to the ground for a loss of 4 back to the 46-yard line. And that is the best pursuit all evening long that the Panther defense has had on a Pirate ball carrier.
Well, that's that 1-2 punch running back, Sloan and Herrera, and then they got Turnbull in the backfield. And that time, the offensive line didn't get the push they usually get, and that outside end came up and contained it, and that's how they stopped them.
2nd and 19 to the 46-yard line of their own end of the field. 6.5 minutes to play of the football game. 49-14 good guys. Putnam City North just jumped, and that's going to give them 5 yards back.
That's our officials. That's a lot of penalties tonight.
2nd and 14 after the 5-yard penalty. The line of scrimmage rests between midfield and the north 49-yard line. 6:15 to play. Pirates about to head home on a short bus ride, 2-1. Turnbull out of the gun. Plants. Now he's going to try to run, and a hog time at the 46-yard line and drop him down at a high tackle. There to make the stop, Stephen Brown, a outside linebacker, 5'11", 160, and a junior. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Very close to 11 yards. Clock continuing to roll. We're working with a running clock here in the 4th quarter. If you haven't been with us since halftime, it was 28-6 Putnam City at the break, and Turnbull has 3 touchdown passes, 2 of those long passes, and that's where this game has gotten away, 49-14. They're working that play clock. It's down to 7. Turnbull walks up behind the line of scrimmage. Herrera is in a pistol formation behind him. The snap floats back. CJ under pressure. Spins away for the defender. Now he's going to run for it. 40 down to the 36-yard line. He drags the defender with him and has the first down to the 33-yard line. Are you kidding me? That was all CJ Turnbull on a 3rd down and nearly 11 conversion from the north 46-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great run. He wanted to get that first down. He didn't see the receiver open. He jumped up in there and ran, and then he got the last 4 or 5 on his own.
He picks up 13 yards after he was hit and almost sacked, spun off contact in the backfield, and then once he ran upfield, he had about 8 yards unabated, then had to do the rest to get to the first down marker. Fresh set of downs at the 33 with 4:40 to play. Toss sweep left. Herrera coming to the near side. He is hit, drugged down. Now a flag comes in at the end of the run, and the first to get there for North that time was Jerryden Washington, a free safety and a quarterback who is listed as a senior. That run didn't go for much. It wouldn't have counted anyway because it's a flag against the Pirates.
Tomborough, he went over there and talked to the coach, and they got something.
Block in the back, the call. So that'll mark it off to the 43-yard line, bring up 1st down and 20. At this point, it's academic. You're more concerned about the clock, which reads 4:18 to play in the football game. And we're off next week. We'll have Putnam City and Northwest Classen in the 6A2 District 1 opener for you coming up in a couple of weeks. Handoff up the it's a keeper. Then Turnbull to the 30, 25, bounces out right 20 to the 15, CJ to the 10 to the 5. Are you kidding me? He's in for the touchdown. Holy Toledo, he's done it again. 8 touchdowns for CJ Turnbull, and he has capped scoring drives with touchdown runs in the first period and now late here in the ball game as a flag comes in late after the touchdown. A 43-yard scamper for C.J. Turnbull. And now we await the indication of the penalty. We've seen a couple of flags after Putnam City touchdowns tonight, one of which led to the ejection of one of their better defensive players, Gavin Crone. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Pirates. And that will be assessed on the kickoff, so that means that Yanez will probably kick it around the 25-yard line again. Was it excessive partying or celebration? I'm sure they just said unsportsmanlike conduct. But well, he's got 8 touchdowns tonight. I mean, they're explaining to Alexander over there what the call is. What a job Willis has done. Alexander is going to be 3-0 in this battle of the Expressway with Putnam City North. And how about this? This will be the longest win streak for Putnam City in a series dating back to 1982 against the Panthers. And in the current 3-game win streak, and this is going to be even worse after tonight, the last 3 games, a combined 121-36 scoring advantage for Putnam City. Yeah, that's pretty dominant. Yanez on for the extra point. This would put 56 on the board. Out of the hole to Mitchell Taylor. Everything is perfect, and Yanez boots through the extra point. Timeout, 4:07 to play in the football game. It's the Pirates 56, the Panthers 14. This is Putnam City High School football on PCTV.
Oh.
4:07 to play. Todd Miller, Steve Ferguson, the crew with you at Putnam City North High School. What a night for the Pirates and their senior transfer quarterback, C.J. Turnbull. 2 rushing, 6 passing touchdowns. The lightest cap at a 4-play, 50-yard drive in the last 43 with his feet. 56-14 the score. Here's Yanez kick, and it's a short end-over-end kick. It's going to be returned for the 28-yard line, and then he slips to the ground, and down he goes. That was, I'm going to see, I don't think there's a number 6 on our roster, so it'll be a first down. You know, that kind of really sums up the evening for the Panthers.
Yeah.
The turf monster got him.
Yeah.
Officially at the 31-yard line. That's where Putnam City North will start. Marshall Bennett has been the quarterback on the last series, and he is out there again. It would appear that the running back is Amari Garner, number 24. And he is spelling Terry Wilson Jr., whose night has come to an end. Clock rolling. 3:16 to play in the football game. 56-14, good guys. From the 31-yard line, Marshall Bennett. High snap. He's going to hand it off on a stretch play to Garner. Garner, a little running room, bounces right 40 outside the numbers. First down, 45. And Amari Garner is tackled there after a 14-yard run. And the clock continues to wind with 3 minutes to play.
That's a nice hole there for Garner. He jumped up in there and went and took off like he knew where he was going.
It was a really good run because that snap was high, which can lead to the timing of the play being thrown off.
Yeah, Bennett got a good job giving it to him.
2:51 to play in the ball game. First down at 10, Putnam City North at their own 45-yard line. Direct snap. Handoff again to Garner. This time running left. Makes a little cut and submarines down at the 47. He'll pick up about 2, maybe 3 as they spot it at the 49 now, so give him 4 with 2.5 minutes to play.
Well, we're about 2 minutes.
What a night for the Pirates. This team continuing to get better and better. They're going to win their 4th Putnam City championship in the last 5 years. From the 49, it's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground again with Garner. Garner's in trouble. He gets away from a shirt tackle. Now he's running inside the numbers 50 and gets down to the 48-yard line of Putnam City as he was tackled behind the line of scrimmage and got out of the jersey tackle by Alex Velasco. 3rd down from midfield. That's where they spot it. So he only gains 1. Clock reads 1:46 to play. Putnam City will get PC West next in search of their first victory of the year. Yeah, the Panthers coming off only their 3rd 8-win season in the last 22 years. Dating back to 2007, they went 8-4 a year ago. Hand off to Garner again, trying to stiff arm a tackler. Boom! Down
nice
he goes.
Come up. That was a good safety come up there. I don't know what number was that.
Unbelievable play by Cadence Cochran, number 9.
Yeah, he came up and filled it in and made a great tackle.
Lost back to the other side of midfield to the 49, so he loses 1.5 yards. It's 4th down and 7. and the next snap will come with under a minute to play. Appreciate our PCTV crew for all their hard work here in the booth tonight. They're official, man. They've got Putnam City
good,
Pirate
boy.
Athletic Media badges. I mean,
They're good.
There's nobody going to deny them in the booth.
No, they do a great job, and you do a great job.
Thank you,
Todd
sir.
Miller. You're very good at this. I'm impressed.
4th and 7 to the 49-yard line. They'll snap it with 3 on the play clock. And now it's a keeper by Marshall Bennett, and he gets to midfield no further, and that'll do it. As they'll turn it over on downs with 30 seconds to play. And let's see if they stop the clock even for the exchange of possession. They do with 31.3 seconds to play. I've enjoyed it, partner.
Yeah,
We've never even seen each other until tonight.
And I'm glad you let me sit in here with you and do this. It was a fun thing. I'll have many more of them with you.
I'm looking forward to the trip to Stillwater.
Oh, yeah.
And you said we're going to Joe's and we're going to tour the
We'll go to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's going to be a fun trip.
And you'll enjoy it in there. There's so much to see in there. We've got we got a president's exhibit of all the presidents that wrestled, 13 of them. And then we have a women's exhibit now of all the women. We've really fixed it up pretty nice.
And that's a part of the hall that's going to continue to grow with the popularity of women's wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big area back there in the back. Yeah, we got tired of the boys getting beat up by the girls. I had a boy at Putnam City when I coached there, and the Choctaw girl kept beating him. Well, he got all upset. Well, she become a bronze world medalist, Becca Leathers, and she beat everybody. And so I just said, I'm getting on a crusade, and I went out and I helped promoted women's wrestling, and it's a great sport.
Turnbull is out there for the final snap. He takes a knee, and that will do it. Final score tonight from Putnam City North. It is a 4th PC championship in the last 5 years for Willis Alexander, the Pirates. They blitz past Putnam City North tonight, 56-14. The coach and I are back to wrap it up after this brief break on PC TV.
From the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Fun's now $1.99 at Sonic with creamy queso wraps and more. Take that, they. The Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99.
Welcome back here to the campus of Putnam City North High School in Oklahoma City. The two teams going through the lines to congratulate one another. And, boy, congratulations to the Pirates. They were really, really good tonight, Steve, winning 56-14. And people that weren't with us the entire way may not realize, but this was actually a 6-0 game in favor of North, and that was with less than 3 minutes gone to the opening quarter.
Yeah, that was the longest quarter I think I've ever sit through.
Ever.
But I'll tell you, you're right. You think differently. We got us a ball game when it's 6-0, and then Putnam City gets up to 21-6, and then Putnam City North driving, going to score to get a 13-play drive, and then they don't score, and then Putnam City scores right before the half to make it 28-6, and then Turnbull comes out and has one of the best passing halves I've seen.
Well, CJ, we give him his flowers, but how about those guys that catch and run with the football after the reception? I mean, very impressive the way he was able to spread the ball around to all of his weapons.
I'm glad you said that, because even in college football and pro, those quarterbacks sometimes don't throw the ball downfield as much as they throw it sideways, and the receivers doing the extra work. And tonight you saw the 76-yard and the 55. The receiver did it all.
My friend, I enjoyed it. Let's take next week off, and then we'll see you in
I'll
Oklahoma
see
City.
you at Taft Stadium.
All right, that's going to wrap it up as we will next join you from Taft Stadium, Northwest Classen, and Putnam City. That's coming up actually 2 weeks from yesterday. It'll be a Thursday night game, and we'll have it for you on PCTV. Final score, final time for the crew here in the booth, 56-14. I'm Todd Miller for Steve Ferguson and our entire crew. Till we see you in OKC in 2 weeks. So long, everybody.